Good morning, my Teaserking family. Well, we meet again. My lock yesterday, Tampa Bay with McCullough won. I was a little worried. It wasn't winning at first. They needed a pretty big comeback, but they got it. What was the final? Let's see, Tampa Bay. 15-4. They were losing like 4-0 or something, and they won 15-4. But the McCullough lock wins again. I had another strong play, but I can't remember it. We had the Dodgers over Kansas City. We had the over in the Colorado-Detroit game. I think we lost with Miami. We hit the Giants-Mets game. Red Sox under. Pirates over. Washington under. And I think we lost with Cincinnati. Overall, pretty good considering the way we pick. Forgive me, my friends. My coffee was ready. I always debate, should I wait till it cooks and then start the show or whatever. So I get 1 cup of coffee. The rest I pour in a pot with my ginger, and I basically make ginger tea out of the rest. So anyway, so again, McCullough wins, the ace, although they scored a lot late because it was 4-4, and I was worried, and then it went 8-4, and then 15-4. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at today's baseball. All right, today is July 1. Isn't it amazing how time flies? This is why you got to enjoy yourself, and this is why you buy gold, so you don't have to worry about all the shit. You buy stocks, you got to be really sweating. Hey, Kenzie, how are you? You got to be really sweating on stocks and all the government crap because you don't know what's going to happen one day to the next. You buy gold, you never have to worry. Kenzie, I'm on WhatsApp. I'm here. You can get my email on my www.teaserking.com. So please feel free to use any of those methods to get a hold of me, and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what you have for me. Just tell me what you have for me. I don't need to play games. I have this for you. I have that for you. You don't want to tell me here, go to my email, tell me. You can call me, you can text me, whatever you want. You got to Michigan? Well, that's good. So come on over. Go to my email, H. Robbins robins77@gmail.com and send me an email. Go to www.teaserking.com. You'll get the same email there, and you can email me whatever it is you'd like to say. If you're here, where are you? I can come to the airport if you just did. I've never played games with you on God. Well, okay. It's strange you won't send me a picture or a phone call, but are you at the airport or when are you arriving? Again, you can tell me here or just text me. Again, HROBINS77@gmail.com and send me an email and I will respond to you. Or go on WhatsApp. You have my number and you can WhatsApp me. So if you're here, I hope so. I hope all is real. I'd be very happy. But give me an email. I will check it. All right, let's look at baseball. So today we got a 1:40 game. I got an hour. We got Cincinnati, San Diego. We have a good game. Waka, 7-2 with a 2.90 against Williamson. For Cincinnati, 1-1 with a 5.82. We got to take San Diego there. I'm going to record. So it's 7-1. We're taking San Diego. Yankees and the Cardinals probably played 2 today. They got rained out yesterday. Cervino 5.25 and Flaherty 4.95. We got to go over in the NYY, and it's over 9. You text me where? You don't text me on my phone. I think you have my phone number. Text me on my phone. I'll see it right now. Or email me. Let me check my email. If you're not playing games and you're serious, then I should have an email from you. Mm-hmm. I don't have an email from you. Let's check spam. Maybe you went into spam. Nope, no email. So I don't know, Kenzie, where you're texting me. I am not on Telegram. I don't want to waste time. So just hit my email. It's fine. These are the games I don't want to play. I just everybody else, Daria, Jenna, they hit me on WhatsApp. I see it. I respond to it. We don't play games. So if you're in Michigan now, I can go to the airport and get you. You say you're in Michigan, so I would assume you're at the airport. So communicate. It's the key to life. And Kenzie's bringing up our topic for today. Let me finish with baseball, and we'll get to the other. Boston and Toronto, we got Crawford for Boston, 2-4 with a 4.01 against Kikuchi, 7-2 with a 3.75. Boston shut him out yesterday. Why do I mention that? Well, because it tells me Toronto's not hitting that well, or they didn't hit that pitcher. So we will see. What is it? Over under a 9. Crawford. Probably Kikuchi, so a little bit on Toronto. Minnesota, Baltimore, over for Minnesota, 4-4 at 2.97. Bradish, 4-3 with a 3.75 for Baltimore. That's an under. Let's go under Baltimore. And it's 8.5. Makes sense. Houston and Texas. Houston won a close one yesterday. I forgot who I took there. Hunter Brown, 6-4 at 3.62 against Evaldi, 9-3 at 2.80. We go under 8. Texas under 8. I think it was under yesterday. Under 8. So you got two good pitchers, a 3.62 and a 2.82, and 6-4 and a 9-3. So they're not like bullpen pitchers, but that's what we're looking at. What else? Washington, Philly. We've got Gore, 4-6 with 3.89 against Wheeler, 6-4 with 3.86. Gore 6-4, 4-6 with 3.89, 3.86. Could be an under. I don't know how good the pitches are. Philly can hit. Probably an under. Let's go under Washington, under 8.5. So again, it's all the pitching. You got a 3.89 and a 3.86, so could be a shutout or a one-run game, more than a high-scoring game. White Sox in Oakland. We got Cease for the White Sox, 3-3 at 4.04 against Muller, 1-4 and 8.04. We're going to go over with Chicago. Over 8.5. White Sox. Miami and Atlanta. That was like a 20-run game yesterday. Atlanta killed them, which was surprising. Miami, Perez, 5-1 with a 1.34. Morton, 7-6. This has got to go under. We'll go Miami under 9. We got two good pitchers. So on the other game, I said, they got shut out. They probably won't score, Toronto. But here, Atlanta erupted for 16, but here you got an ace going, or a real strong one, 5-1 with a 1.34. So I got to believe this game stays close. San Francisco and the Mets. We got the Scoffany 4-7 with a 4.28 for the Niners. For the Mets, we got Bobby Bowe going 2-4 at the 4-1-1. This is actually Verlander, so we're going to take the Mets, and it's a minus 145. Here's where we bet on Verlander. Now he's facing Discalfrey, who's with a 4.28 ERA. So here I look for Verlander to get the win as opposed to an under game. And I see his record's 2-4, and he's had an injury and he's coming back. So he's going to be a little I do that a lot. And so we're looking where Verlander should win the game. The other guy's 4-7 with a 4.28. The Dodgers and KC, the Dodgers killed them yesterday, and they'll kill them today. Urias, 5-4 with the 4.39 against Lynch, 1-3 with the 3.96. So we're going to go over. We're going to go KC over 9.5. We got Tampa and Seattle. Now, we had McCullough. That was an easy one. Now we got Glasnow, 2-1 with a 4.45 against Kirby, 6-7 with the 3.26. In this case, I think we got to go over. I don't see why it's 7. Let's go T-Bay over 7. This is a joke. I mean, they scored 16 runs. They scored a lot. Both teams scored, and for them to hit McClanahan the way they did, now they got Glasnow 2-1 with a 4.45. Seattle clearly doesn't have a bullpen, 6-7 with the 3.26. starter, so the bullpen will get crushed. So this is easily an over 7. Cleveland, Chicago, the Cubbies. Bibby, 4-2 with a 3.79 ERA against Stroman, 9-5 with a 2.47. We got to go under on the Cubbies. The Cubbies under 8. I mean, it's all pitching. The problem is where we get a little bit sidetracked is this 5-inning crap. So you look at the ERA and you go, oh, this is going to be low scoring, but then it's only good for 5 innings. After that, after the 5, then you have then the bullpen comes in, and you don't know if they're going to shut them out because it's the guy comes in for 1 inning, or they suck because they're in the bullpen and they can't do anything. The Yanks cards in the second game of the doubleheader, we don't have pitching for. We'll have to let it go. Detroit, Colorado, we don't have pitching for some reason. We had the over yesterday. It was easy. Detroit's way in over their heads there. It's a nightmare. Probably an over, but let's see the pitching. Although the Tigers really don't have a good pitcher. They had that Rodriguez for a month. And it blows my mind. These guys pitch every 5th day, 100 pitches, and they still can't stay healthy. I mean, what the fuck is going on there? And the last one, Arizona and California. Reen Nelson for Arizona, 4-4 with a 5 ERA against Tyler Anderson, 4-2 with a 5.5 ERA. We're going to go over Arizona over 10. We're not really locking it. So, again, we're going Yankee. We got San Diego, Yankees over 9, Baltimore under 8.5, Texas under 8, Washington under 8.5. The White Sox over 8.5, Miami under 9, the Mets with Verlander, not a lock, but a real strong play. KC over 9.5, Tampa Bay over 7, the Cubbies under 8, and Arizona over 10. So that is a look at baseball. Now let's go to this topic that I kind of stumbled on yesterday, which I want to re-stumble on. In my notes. Okay. So what am I stumbling on? I realized that most things are illusions. But I figured that out, which is why I'm kind of good at reading through things. So let's go to poker. The illusion is, what do I have? I'm trying to tell you I have a full house when I don't. I'm trying to tell you I'm bluffing when I have a full house. I'm betting strong when I really don't have a hand. I'm betting weak or checking when I have a full house. So it comes into trust. What do you trust? Do you trust what you see? Do you trust what you know? Madoff, everybody trusted him. Enron, everybody trusted that. Fucking government, for some stupid reason, people actually believe Powell or the government, or they'll tell you something and you believe it. I don't know why. So I think that is the problem, is trust at first glance, right? You're influenced by the way it's presented. We have the best ribs in the state. We have the best chicken in the state. Excuse me. So what do we do with it? How do we separate the illusion of, oh shit, he's really got a full house, from, well, I'm not betting, so I want you to believe I don't have anything. And Miss Kenzie here saying, no, I texted you, I'm in Michigan. How do we believe it when she won't send a picture or a phone call? I'll believe it when I meet her. If this is real and she's not playing games and she wants to meet, then I'll believe her. Like Jenna, I believe, because I've met her 5-6 times, and Carmen and Irina I've met. Daria I haven't met, but I text a lot. So I believe that to be true. I think mostly it's you believe when you meet people and you talk to them, then you get to feel like the communist in the hot tub. I believe he's honest, that he is a communist. I believe he's out of his fucking mind because he's reading Karl Marx. Like, dude, it's probably not the person to read. It's probably like reading Hitler or Mussolini or Stalin. Like, what are you? Why would you read them? Unless you're reading them just to understand them without the concept of thinking they're smart, or how to be a dictator. I'll read Hitler, How to Be a Dictator. Sounds like that's what the US guys are doing. So it happens in everything. You're deceived by government, by stores. What do I got? Sales. You're deceived by marketing. Best restaurant. It's a nice hotel and it's a piece of shit. What else I got? Gold. We're very much deceived by gold. I'll get to that in a minute. Government. Casinos deceive you. You're going to win. What do they say with the lottery? Somebody's got to win. Why not you? How many weeks does nobody win? What are the odds? They don't tell you. They're billion to one. They don't tell you. The odds on you winning are 0, and somebody's got to win maybe after 6 months. Not every time it's played does somebody win. And, you can't be stupid and fall for that crap. What else do I got? So casinos, they'll be a winner. They scam you. Look at the come to MGM, great sports book. Except for the fucking odds are 13-10 on a teaser. Should be even money, or at worst 11-10. You're picking 2 fucking games, and they're giving you 13-10 odds. It ain't that easy, I know. Girls all the time. Girls use sex as a weapon. They'll pretend, we'll give you sex and you give us money and you send the money and then that's it. That's what happens a lot online. And that's why they'll show you a picture. It's not even them. It's like I could pretend to be Kenzie and send a picture of Kenzie to you saying, I'm Kenzie. So I'm lying to you. But the only way you can figure it out is to do a Skype or a Teams call with me where I'm actually doing this. You can see me. I do this live for one reason, for trust, because I'm not playing with you. I'm not scamming you. I'm not selling you anything except for football picks. That's a whole different animal than economics, gold, and everything. So when you get these guys like Sheckman and Peter Schiff and these guys, they're just salesmen. They're trying to sell you the gold that they, for the first time, I know Schiff is a criminal, but for the first time, Sheckman came across and said, I'm president and CEO of whatever his little firm is. That's the first time I ever heard him say that. I knew he was like salesman there. He tries to scam everybody by telling you he's an economist, but he's not, because I'm an economist. I can read through his bullshit in 5 seconds. See, that's where I come in, and I'm like football. I know what to look for. So when somebody's bullshitting, I immediately call it out. So I'm kind of the guardian angel for you guys to look at these other guys and say they're not telling the truth. they're misleading. But that's really where everything comes into play. I tell you, I go to this Chinese, it's not fried, it's wok, it's no MSG, it's really healthy for you. So I'm leading that. I teach you poker because there's all a bunch of lies. It's false tells. I'm going to make you believe I got a good hand. Now, the only way, like poker, most of these can be fought out by being with the person. See, going to the restaurant and eating, going, oh, this tastes like shit. Buying a car, Porsche, there's no substitute. And driving a Porsche or knowing people that drive it. A lot of it is, I'll go to my doctor retired. So I asked people, like with my back, I asked the lifeguard, I asked several lifeguards, what should I do? One said, go to a sports medicine place. One said, get a massage. One said, go to a chiropractor. And I really was torn what to do. And then I finally went to the chiropractor from the gal because she had hurt her back and he helps her. And I went and he helped me and now I'm fine. I'm basically 99%, my back's better. Occasionally it hurts a little, but I can walk fine and that's really, I can sit here and so everything's fine. And that's really the key to it. So it's talking to people to see if you can trust them. And that's what I do as an INFG is I read people. That's why I'm so good at poker. That's why I'm so good betting football. And that's what I understand about gold and silver. I'm reading what's going on. So in football, I'm reading the quarterback in college and I see Cam Rising and I go, wow, this guy is great. And like Joe Burrow. I saw Joe Burrow in college and what he was doing against teams that were really good, Alabama and Clemson and Georgia. I said, this guy is unbelievable. And he had Jefferson and Chase and Chocolate Clear, and he had a great team. But, they get down, 10-17 to Clemson in the championship, and he came right back. I said, this guy's a winner. That's why I bet him with Cincinnati. Anytime they're a dog, I had a lock against Buffalo and the guy gets hurt, and they stopped the fucking game, unbelievable. But I got him back in the playoffs when I took Cincinnati to beat Buffalo and they killed him. So I'm watching, but I know what to watch. So when I'm with people, I'm very observant. When I'm at the pool, I'm looking at people, not staring at them. I'm observing them. When I'm at poker, I'm observing them. When I'm talking to Kenzie, I'm observing her. She doesn't get it. I'm like, give me a picture. And then her answer is ridiculous. Oh, I can't. Fuck. Okay. My friend Daria sends me pictures of her and her daughter. And Jenna sends me pictures and of the family. Here we're having a barbecue. She sent me a picture of her and her son and the wife and the kid. She's with the baby. She sends me pictures. The fuck you mean you can't send me a picture? That doesn't add up in my computation. That's the same with other girls. Oh, I want money. Well, I learned a long time ago through my good friend Galana, who's in the Ukraine, who's now in New York. And she says a girl that really likes you won't ask you for money because she'd be afraid she'd chase you away. So only if a girl asks for money, she's not real. She's not serious. She just wants your money. And so I learned that a long time ago. This is a Russian girl telling me how the Russians think. And I'm sure that's the way most girls are. They use their looks to try to get money. The question is, are they sincere? And that's why you've got to meet them and talk to them and be with them to see if they are real sincere. Jenna is. I've met her several times on vacation. Irina I've met, Carmen I've met, and I realize Carmen doesn't love me per se. She does have feelings for me, but she likes the free trips that we go on. When I take her to Switzerland or LA or New York, she likes those trips. So she's friendly for the vacation, but she's not, she doesn't try to make me happy. She just tries to make herself happy. But that's what you do is when you're with them, you observe them and you see, but they will use their looks as a way to promise you, but then do they deliver? So you really have to meet them and take them out and see what they're all about and observe them and see if they're real and see if you like them or not. Same thing in poker, same thing in sports. It's all the same. McClanahan, Verlander, Scherzer. Yeah, we're going to bet on. Look what they do. They win and they win. They're good pitchers. Then you get these piece of crap guys on the Tigers that have 6 ERAs, and once in a while they throw a shutout. Once in a while they give up 10 runs. You don't know what the fuck's going on with them. So you can't get a good read on them. They're not consistent, so you can't bet on them. Where are you on? Expecting. Okay, well, you're not texting me. Right? I got my friend Alyssa text me. I don't have a text from you. I'll look in my emails. I don't have an email from you. So I don't know what. If you're still on that telephone, I'm not on it. I've deleted it. I got nothing. I got Ace Hardware and Monster. So you're not emailing me. You're not texting me. So I don't know where you are. We need to talk. I would love to talk to you, but you don't want to talk. You want to scam. You want to pretend that you're really Kenzie, but you don't want to talk. I read your game. It's very weak. Who can't send a picture? How do you talk to your family? You giving me bullshit? You can't call your mom or your sisters or brothers or. I mean, come on, Kenzie. I'm not a fucking idiot, and I go out with Russian girls. They're the biggest scammers, so don't play me for a fool. Okay? If you're really serious, text me, email me, whatever you want to do. I'm not on that stupid Telegram. That's a scammer thing. And if we need to talk, do what I'm doing right here. Everybody can see me. Everybody knows it's me. And that's another thing is why I do this live. You get familiarity with me. I tell you things on football and baseball, and they come true. I teach poker, and it's true. Backrack and blackjack and craps. So what I'm teaching you is a helpful aid, but you see that. So you get comfortable with me. You can trust me because I'm not selling you anything except for the football. But as I go through the football games and we win 80% of the games, you trust me there too. So you're trusting me because I'm giving you information that's real, and you go and you watch it and you go, yeah, that's right. And that's the key. That's why I'm doing this live. You can see me and listen to me. It's not like somebody else being the Teaser King. It's me being the Teaser King. That's why I do these live shows. Plus, I like the feedback. So that's where I'm at. So when we look at a lot of things they do, the government, they sit there and give you these false truths. The economy's strong. Economy's not strong. You just texted. I just text you. Where are you texting me? So if I go on my phone, I don't see an email. On my text, I don't have a text, just my friend Alyssa. Where are you texting me? I am not on Telegram. So if you text Telegram, I'm not even on. I've deleted it. So you've got to go to WhatsApp. Are you on WhatsApp? I can try there. I don't see anything on WhatsApp. I see my friends. I see Irina and Daria and Jenna, but I don't see you. I didn't mail you. I texted you on I'm not on Telegram, so I can only tell you I'm not on it. You can continue to text on it, but I'm not on it. So you need a different venue. You need to listen. You need to email me or text my phone. Then maybe I'll believe you. But right now, I'm not going to load Telegram back on. So you either go on WhatsApp or you go to my email, which I've given you several times. I think I've given you my phone number so you can text me, but you're scared to give me your phone because that would spoil the scam, I guess. I don't use it, only Telegram, because of you. If you're actually still interested, I can't force you. Have a nice day. See, now this sounds like a scam. And that's my point. I read what she's doing, and it's a scam. You know, I need money, I need money, I need money. You said I got to Michigan. So where are you? I'm here. Call me. I mean, you're more than welcome to call me or email me or text me. But you don't want to do that. You want to do this Telegram. You want to play games. So you want to make it more difficult. So this is a very good thing for the class I'm doing. This is how a scammer works. They don't want to meet you. Why isn't she on the phone calling me? She's got my phone number. Why isn't she emailing me? Okay. She comes up here and then she tries to use the have a nice day and I can't force you. You know, it's like, force me to do what? If you want to be with me, you'd probably call me or send me an email. I only use Telegram. Telegram's a scammer thing. So I don't smell what she's cooking, to quote The Rock and Bobby Bo. This is a perfect example of a scammer, right? She won't identify herself. She won't call. She won't email. She gets on this obscure thing I've never heard of, Telegram, to send text. Why doesn't she just send text to the phone? Why doesn't she email me? Because she'd be giving me personal information she doesn't want to give, right? If she emails me, then I'll know her email. So what? If you're real, who cares? I've got Jenna, right? So I've got Jenna's phone. I've got Daria's phone. I've got their phone. I text them here every day. Good morning. How are you? And but they love me, so they like to hear from me, and they like to tell me. They like to get. So I mean, only somebody who's scamming would. And then their threat. Well, if you're actually still interested, I can't force you. What is that? I never heard that from Jenna. I never heard it from Daria or Irina. Carmen, I hear it from occasionally. She gets mad at me because I won't give her money, and I say, "Fuck you! I don't care. I've taken you on a lot of trips. I'm not giving you more money." But see, this is how women try to lie to you and test you and that. And this goes right to the base of the class. How do you know? How do you trust, right? It's a trust issue. Can you trust Peter Schiff and Scheckman about gold? No, they're idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. So I've got poker. It's a big lie. I'm trying to tell you what I don't have. Sales, they're giving you these discounts. Come to this nice hotel and you get there and it's a piece of crap. Women, I'll promise you sex. I'll promise you, this and that, a good time. And they're not even real. Send them the money and then they don't show up. I've never seen that so much with women. They'll promise you stuff. You send them money and then you never hear from them again. And what's so stupid about it is, like, I've had this happen before. You send them like $50, and instead of realizing, I can get $50 a lot, this can be reoccurring, they sit there and they scam you for the 50, and they don't understand how to think. They don't in other words, if I give you football winners and you win with them, you're coming back next week. Well, most of you guys, some of you guys don't. I never understand. I'll go 10-0, and then I don't get the guys back, and I can't understand what the fuck am I supposed to do? 20-0? I mean, I'll have a great week, and I won't get the buyer back, or I will later. So I never know. But Usually it's called repeat business. So if I own a store or I sell football or I'm selling Canadian Club and you buy it, I'm going to be nice to you because you're going to come back and buy it again and again and again. And this is what girls can't handle, this concept of I give you money and then I'll give you more money. And, but it's a trust issue. They don't trust you. They always think of something, but they can't read for shit. Women can't read anything. Kenzie says, my boss thinks you're going to hurt me. Where are you getting that from? You see me almost every day on here. Where is the threat that I'm going to hurt anybody? I'm helping people. I'm helping you with your money to buy gold and silver and football and baseball and how to trust. I'm going to hurt you. And this is what they have no concept, right? She's on here. She should be watching. She should be learning and observing. I'm the last guy that's going to hurt anybody. In fact, I help people. Right? Jenna's in the middle of a war, so I send her money for food. I'm helping her. I mean, that's the proof right there. Same thing with Daria. She's in Russia. It's communist. I help her out. That's what I do. So what the fuck how do you misread that? And then it pisses me off that you assume I'm going to hurt you. You're not even listening to the conversations or the text. So it's all bullshit. It's just you want money. And that's why I'm like, I don't have time to waste. If you're real and sincere, but that's what Daria and Jenna are, and Irina, they're real and sincere. They like me. They understand me. They know I'm nice. And I help them when needed, but it's not just that. It's a good relationship we have. So the government does things to look good to get elected. So they're lying through their teeth, right, left, and center. The economy is good because if it's not, you're not going to elect them. So they go, what's going to get me elected? Well, we need a good economy. We can't have inflation. We need a good job market. Yada, yada, yada. So they post lies. Oh, look, inflation's down to 4%. But we're not counting everything. Inflation's like 15, 20% going north, not south. The 2% is bullshit anyway, and there shouldn't be inflation. There should be gold standards. So if you really want to be a government that we want, put us on the gold standard where there can't be inflation. You don't have to worry about interest rates. You don't have to worry about getting fucked over. This is the whole point of it. If you really want to represent us, you would go to the gold standard. But you don't even want to do that. You want to get rid of Say's Law, which says, I want a Bellagio mug, and I go and I buy a Bellagio mug. You want to take that away from me. You want to say, well, this is what we're making. We're not going to make Bellagio mug. No. Bellagio makes the mug, so when people go to the casino, they buy it. Even Vegas is fucking up because they're charging a lot for hotel and food. Well, Vegas, they make their money because they're fucking casinos. They make the money on the gambling, but they're so fucking stupid right now. The guys running Vegas are about the stupid. They're probably government people, or they probably advise the government. That's how stupid they are. First of all, the reason it worked in the 80s and 90s was it was a $3 steak and shrimp at 10 o'clock at night because they want to get people in to gamble. The blackjack's $5, not $50. But if you want to bet 50, you can bet 50. But you can also bet 2 or 5 or 10. Now it's $50 limit. And you walk by the tables, they're all empty. Well, that's about the stupidest thing you can do. So not only do you have incompetence in Vegas, but who wants to go? So you're going, I'm not going to Vegas to go to a club. I don't go to clubs. It's a waste of time. I like music. I can turn it on here in my car. To waste $500 for a bottle of wine when I can buy gold and silver is idiotic. That's why people are poor. They go to a club and they spend $500 on wine. And for what? What's the big deal? I don't get it. Not my cup of tea. It's stupid. I don't do stupid things. It's like going to a big steakhouse. I won't do that. I won't go to Morton's spend $100 on a steak that I could go to my grocery stores that are high end meat and buy a nice New York strip for $12 and cook it better than they can cook it and eat a nice big fucking steak for $12, not $100. I don't need them cooking it, and they burn it anyway. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, and who knows what they're seasoning it with. So I do things intelligently. I don't do things stupidly. And money is freedom. And so the government lies to you. Oh, the economy is good. And everybody takes their word for it. That's the illusion. That's the government illusion. So we have the girl illusion scammer. We have the poker illusion. It's all about making you think one thing, but it's not real. So the government sits there and they go, oh, everything's fine. Oh, don't worry. Oh, everything's fine in Russia and China and, don't worry about the inflation and the schools are fine. And we're going to let all these people off of student loans. Like who does that help? You're fucking everybody over, because if they don't pay it back, then why am I paying my credit cards? Why am I paying my mortgage? Why are other people paying their school payments? So you're fucking everybody over to satisfy your friends, and we can read through that. So the government lies. They lied about Kennedy. They lied about going to the moon. They lied about 9/11. And they do it so they can bring in Homeland Security, because we lie about 9/11. It was a terrorist attack, which it wasn't. All the planes just happened to hit the building, and where were the F-14s? Happened to be sleeping. And by the way, the buildings were blown up. They were not, it was not the fire. The fire can't get hot enough to melt steel from an airplane. It only goes to 800 degrees. You need 2,700 degrees to melt steel. Oops. But, we're going to lie to you because you'll believe anything we say, because you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. I mean, it's insane how stupid they think we are. Oh, we can't tell you, that would cause a panic. No, it'd probably not cause a panic. It would probably be helpful. So government tells you what they need to tell you to get reelected. I don't even vote because I don't believe the elections are real. I believe they're fake. I believe Soros prints all the ballots that he needs for the person he wants, who's a communist, Keynesian, liberal, to win. That's how Biden got in. Nobody voted for the guy. Guy's 90 years old, doesn't even know, you can't even talk, but nobody wanted Trump. So what was the vote? Oh, at 3 a.m, it was X. So therefore, all these ballots got in. One truck went from New York to Vegas with a bunch of Biden. I mean, the whole thing's ridiculous. I don't trust it. Why don't we just vote on the internet, just like we do everything else? You put in your password, you put in your Social Security, and you vote, and that's it. Nobody knows my Social Security, and that's it. And then it's, here's how many people voted, and there's your result. You got laws that nobody is, if you break the law, you need to get prosecuted, but they're not doing that. JP Morgan, all the banks, they'll break the law, but they'll just pay a fine. They won't, BlackRock, JP Morgan, the list goes on. These fraud people, the SEC, with the Madoff thing, the SEC and JP Morgan were running it, and they didn't go to jail. They paid a little fine. The SEC guys got their money and then all retired. I mean, what a joke. So you can't trust the justice system. Well, the problem is, in our world, the only things that should be real are the money, which are not, it's not gold, the judges, and then the legal system, so you can have free market and protection, a military, which we don't, ours is all fucked up. I think there's one other thing, but it's basically, you need good money, you need good laws that are, if you break it, you get penalized for, so you won't break it. Otherwise, to have a law that you don't enforce is you have a lawless thing, or it's based on the other thing. So that's what you have. and the money has to be good. Well, they fucked the money up. They've inflated it. They took us off of gold. The laws don't work. The military doesn't work. And they create wars so they can have the defense spending make money. We'll have a war. We're going to have a war in the Ukraine, which we're planning. And they sit down with Putin. It's like the WWF. All right, Putin, we're going to have a smudge, and then I'm going to get you in a figure four, and you're going to counter, and da 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 da. And at the end of the match, I'll pin you. And in the meantime, it's really for the defense companies so they can make money selling weapons, and you'll print a lot of money, and there'll be heavy inflation, and oil prices will go up. So that'll help you. This is not why you have a war. This is not why you have a government. The government should be getting you out of wars, not depending on the defense system. All right, make some weapons. Okay, you're done. So it's all a scam. It's all an illusion that you think the government, their purpose is to be needed, because otherwise we don't need the government. We go make our money. We go buy a house. We buy food. We go on vacation. What the fuck do we need the government for? The only real reason is to keep the money safe and to keep the laws. If somebody steals from you, or you go into a business deal and you get scammed, you get made off, that you are protected. That's the point of the government. That's the point of the laws. So the government wants our vote, but they just fucking lie to us. So we've got all these lies, sales. All the sales, oh, this is the best car, this is the best this is the best that, and they're not. Poker, it's all lies. Government, it's all lies. Casinos, they don't tell you the odds suck. Oh yeah, we're MGM. By the way, the odds on a football bet are 13-10. Oh, you're not telling me that. You're telling me how good the sport's the best book. Yeah, okay. It's the best. It's the best car. It's the best. It's all bullshit. Girls, that's all they do is lie. They use their looks to get money, and that's what they do until you meet them and spend time with them, and then you get to know them. Then the illusions, then it's gone. But do they trust the illusion? That's the problem that's why you have to meet the girls. You never send them a penny, and you have to meet them. And then once you meet them, then you determine what's going on. So I've met girls in Vegas who I liked, and my girls in the Russia and the Ukraine, and they're nice girls. They're very nice girls. And yeah, I help them out, but I don't have to. And if they left me because I didn't help them, then who cares? That's not the point of it, but I want to help them, so I do, and they appreciate it. Carmen doesn't appreciate it, so she doesn't get any more money, but the other girls appreciate it, and I'm happy to help them. So again, it's the meeting, and then after getting to know them and meeting them and talking, then you can make your informed decision. Are they real or bullshitting? Now let's get to gold. Gold's the biggest illusion of all, because they sit there and say, yeah, gold doesn't have a value. It doesn't give a dividend. Well, it's not a stock. Does the US dollar give a dividend? Where's my little play money? Where's my monopoly money? So what does this do? Does this give us money? Does this give us a dividend? No. Does it hold its value? No. Well, you can put it in a bank and get 1%, and so you put 20,000 in the bank. The bank's nice enough to give you 1% on interest. Is that a dividend? No. Is the money giving it to you? No, it's the bank giving it to you. But wait, they can print this because it's paper, and that's the illusion. They're printing it away, making it worth less and less and less and less till it's like this, till it's eventually like this. And that's the illusion. You think you have money. You think you have $100 bill. You think it's worth 100. It's not worth it. It's not worth 100. $100 bill now is worth about $2. I mean, you go to the grocery store. So if we're back in let's go back to the 70s. You go to the grocery store, you probably had a $20 grocery shop and you're buying sirloin steaks and pop and ham, chicken and chips and cookies and ice cream, and it's probably $20. So your $100 bought a lot. In fact, you didn't need 100, you needed a 20. You look at those old TV shows. You even look at Seinfeld in the 90s. It was very cheap to go to a, Creamer goes to the fruit store and cherries are 59 cents. Blueberries, 79 cents. That's in the 90s. So now I was just there yesterday. Blueberries, $4.99. Cherries, $5.99. Strawberries, $3.99. These are 59-cent things. This is where your dollar has dropped. This is the problem. Your dollar doesn't buy much. That's the inflation. But see, the government blame. Oh, no, it's not us. It's not us printing the money. It's prices. So they lie to you on the illusion that it's really prices going up, not the dollar being destroyed. And as soon as people realize the lie and the illusion that the dollar is being printed to zero, they get out of it into gold. And that's what I keep trying to tell you. The illusion is the dollar has no value. The illusion is they're printing the dollar to zero, and that's the real inflation. That's the illusion, that inflation is not printing the dollar. It's prices. It's gone up because companies are raising their prices, and therefore you got to pay more because the company raised the price. What are you talking about? The dollar's worth less, so the company tries to charge more to cover the losses that their dollar is worth less, and they had to spend more dollars to buy something. For electricity, let's say, or food. You need more dollars to buy Oreo cookies. They're now $5. That's the illusion. They'll say it's Oreo, and we know it's the dollar being printed to zero. That's the illusion. But they don't want to tell you that. So you have to figure it out on your own, but you can't. Who do you go to? You can't go to a broker or financial advisor. They're not going to tell you about inflation. Why not? Why aren't they honest with you? They're selling you. They're taking your money. You're trusting them with your money, and yet they're lying to you. This is what I'm doing here, because I'm not taking your money. Somebody asked me in the pool yesterday. I told them about the show. I'm an economist, and do you charge for it? And I go, no, because I want people to actually learn the truth, and I don't want to get paid to do this because I want you to believe I'm telling you the truth. So I have no incentive to lie to you. I only have incentive to help you. Go wrap your hands about how many other people do that. Me. Nobody else. They're all, Andy Scheckman's running his little gold, trying to sell gold and silver. He's not giving it to you for free. He doesn't tell you anything. Oh, the demand for gold and silver is up, but the price should go up. And if everybody bought, the price would go up. No, COMEX keeps the price down. Let's get to the bottom line. The only reason gold and silver haven't gone up is because COMEX keeps it down, because JP Morgan wants to keep the fantasy of this, there's no competition, stay in the dollar. Because we all have $1 billion, and if the dollar goes to zero, all our money is gone because we're too stupid to buy gold. Why aren't they buying gold? If I'm Bill Gates, I got a pile of gold. What the fuck am I doing? No, he buys farmland. What's he going to do? He's got to farm it, or is he getting it so nobody else can use it? He's not out for the people. So you have all these lies going on. JP Morgan's behind the price fixing. So you stay in the dollar and they keep the monopoly. Nobody but me is telling you they're printing this to zero. And I happen to get lucky, and in my class was Austrian economics. By mistake, I went back for an MBA at a business college. So my undergrad sucked. I hated it. They taught Keynesian economics. In the class, I learned nothing. I was asleep. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy? because they use strange words that nobody understands. And, I still am confused by elastic and inelastic. Like, which one is gas prices and which one's food prices? Is gas inelastic because no matter what it goes to, you're going to pay for it? Or is it elastic in the fact that I'm still, I don't understand it, and I don't give a fuck, because you're going to pay whatever, because I don't get caught up in the terminology. I think it's stupid. I teach it to you in market form. You buy what you need, and if it's too expensive, you substitute, unless you can't. You can't. My lights, my heat, my air conditioning is what it is, because I don't have an option of substituting. However, I can substitute my avocados. I can buy a different Bellagio mug. I can buy a different Canadian Club. But since I bought this in 1997 when I worked there, I have it, and I don't drink whiskey. I get a $100 phone. This is an Android. This is what I buy. I could buy an iPhone, but it's got to be the stupidest thing, because they record everything you do. You're being watched. So what the fuck would you want an iPhone for? Then they make it real easy. Buy a new one, and we'll just update everything for you. And you think, this is so easy, and everything you say is you're being watched. So what the fuck? Why do you want to be broadcast? So here, gold is not a fair price. It's not a real price. It's COMEX. So when people go, why is gold going down? Because COMEX is knocking it down. One of the reasons the alligator said was because it was a Chinese holiday and they weren't closed. So the U.S. has been nailing it, and it's been going down. So people get frustrated. It's like watching a football game, and you're laying 2 points, and you got the better team, and all of a sudden the underdog scores, and it's 7-0, and then it goes 14-0, and then it goes 21-0, and you're like, fuck, we're going to lose the bet. It's 21-0 in the first quarter. We're laying 2 points. We're fucked. Then your team comes back, and you end up winning 24-21. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I won. And that's happened many times. But that feeling when you're down 21-0 is you lost. Well, that's the same feeling when gold goes down to 1905, or it actually hit 1895, I think, on Thursday or Friday, and then miraculously gets pushed back up. But nobody's telling you that JP Morgan's the one doing it, and they're doing it on purpose, and they're doing it with paper. So it's the same thing as the money. It's the paper. Anything in paper you can print, or digital. Don't kid yourself. This digital money is not any good anyway. The paper money is not good, but at least, it's losing value. Let's put it this way. But it's the same all over the world. So the whole world's fucked because they're all using paper and not backed by gold. So the key is you have paper backed by gold. Even if you print the paper, you can only print so much, because you can only print as much gold as you have, because the idea is I go in with the $100 to the bank and say, give me $100 worth of gold, which they must do. But that's what they don't want, because then they can't keep printing this to zero. So they're printing this to zero. Everybody's getting fucked and nobody knows it, AKA the illusion. So the illusion is the dollar's not losing value. Nobody even knows what it is. Nobody knows what it means. Nobody understands the dollar has a value. Nobody understands the more you print, the less it's worth, except for you guys. That's it. Nobody understands what the fuck is going on. They all, like the guy I'll talk to 10 guys at the hot tub. One guy believes it's supply and demand. What the fuck? We're supply and demand in gold. There's no, it's COMEX. One guy thinks, well, I'm safe. I got oil stocks. Oil's limited, he tells me. When I stop laughing at him, I'm going, you're out of your fucking mind. And I'll talk that way to people, because when they think they know what they're talking about, I love proving them wrong, because your thought is so stupid that I'm not going to allow you to talk stupid to me. You're not respecting me. See, the biggest problem I have with most people is they don't get to know me, and they don't ask the basic questions. What's your background? some people ask for my background, and then I tell them I'm an economist, and then I tell them about gold, and I've got their attention, and they listen. Oh, this this guy knows what he's talking about. It's the other guys who are smarter than me, or they imply they're smarter than me. The communists. The communist reads Karl Marx. I tell him about gold. He's telling me about the worker, and he says, I don't own any gold. And then he says, well, I'm broke. I don't have any money. Doing well, communists. You're what, 40 years old? You got your girl here, your little girl. You're divorced. And you're telling me you're broke, or you're lying to me about being broke. Either way, you should be buying gold because this is going to zero. I know it, but you don't. I tell you, but you don't want to listen. So the illusion is what the government tells them. Oh no, the dollar's fine. Inflation's down. It's down to 4%. Everything's, yeah, we're not including everything in the inflation figure. We're only including things that don't have a big jump. We're not including food and energy and, cars and houses and all that shit. Anything that really moves, we're not counting that. So what the fuck is that? So the whole thing's an illusion. The whole thing is the government trying to get reelected. That's not the point of the government. They're supposed to lead. So in other words, let's say we've got 1 million people. We're living in the Howard country, professor country, and we got 1 million people. Now we can let everybody go and you run your own life, or we can have a leader who the leader should keep an eye on everybody to make sure everything's fine. But if you set it up right, you don't need a leader. I don't need anybody telling me what to do. There's laws in case I get into a business deal and the guy cheats me or robs from me or does something wrong or commits a crime. The money will be sound because we'll hire a company to print the gold-backed currency, and we'll say, okay, we got so many million ounces of gold. We print so many million ounces of dollars, and that's it. And if people want to exchange it, they get the gold, but they don't need it because the gold's there. So they know because the gold's there, I can't print the dollar to zero because it's backed by gold. That's all you need. You just need the gold-backed currency so you can't print this to death. Then everybody goes, oh, okay, the dollar's not going to go anywhere. We got good laws. We got some sort of military. We don't need a leader. And so you don't have one because you don't need one. What's the point of a leader? I mean, especially if they're corrupt. Why is Biden there? He's corrupt. Why is half these guys in the Senate and the Congress there? They're all corrupt. Biden's getting paid off by the Chinese, Russians, and Ukrainians. Why is he leading? Why is he not put to jail? Because the system's crooked and he's breaking laws, but nobody's prosecuting. Then they're wasting all this time with Trump. If he's guilty or not, okay, I don't know. I don't care. But you're wasting all this bullshit. What are you doing? See, but if we don't have a leader, and we all live our own life the way we want it, Say's law. We have good money. We have good judges and courts, good laws. We got a military to protect us, only to protect us, not to leave. We're fine. We go about our day. We want to go eat cake and we want to go to this nice restaurant and somebody else wants to open a restaurant. No barriers, no taxes. We don't need taxes because we don't have a government. We don't need a government because we all take care of ourselves. And there's different people. We got lawyers and doctors and we got hospitals and, so we have everything, but we just don't need a leader. We don't need a president to lead us because more than likely he's going to get corrupt by the dragon. So the communists come in and the Soros and the Putins and the Stalins come in and corrupt the leader. I'll offer you all this money. The leader takes it. Okay, for that, I want you to fuck the dollar up. Go off the gold standard and we'll print. Well, that's why we don't want a leader. Who are you going to corrupt? You can't corrupt anybody. That's the whole problem, right? So if I can't corrupt anybody, I might be able to keep the dragon out because I know our economy is going to boom because it's free market. Adam Smith, Say's Law, capitalistic, no taxes, gold standard, will be the number one country for sure as long as we keep those rules in place. We get fucked when we start inflating, which ends every current country, starting with the fucking Romans. And I'm sure the Romans sat there and did a lot of illusion with their people. That's what the gladiator's about, is an illusion. It keeps your mind on the gladiator, not on what's happening. That's what sports are. That's what movies are, to keep your mind away from the real problem. So these idiots can get elected without even having regular votes. Whatever. George Soros or protect. Why isn't George Soros in jail? He's the most crooked person in the world. He's the most illegal, and yet he walks around free. That's the problem. So you're getting these people that should be in jail. Madoff. Here's the problem, right? Madoff pays off JP Morgan and the SEC. So he's able to do business for 30 years. Why didn't the SEC prosecute? Why were they paid off? Why would the SEC be allowed to get paid off, right? Here's $1 million. We don't prosecute them. Okay, fine. We'll take the money. And I can't find anything wrong with Madoff. JP Morgan's got $1 billion in account. Well, we'll just ignore it. Even though we're supposed to look at accounts with over $1 million. Yeah, he's got $1 billion. We're not even going to ask what it is. He's Madoff. Why Madoff would even do that? He had a successful business. He was on NASDAQ and all this other shit. He had a regular trading business that was successful. So Madoff was just ahead. He had no idea what he was doing. It wasn't his Ponzi scheme, but he took the rap for it because JP Morgan and SEC and the government ran it, and he just was the figurehead for it. He's too stupid to run it. Most of these Ponzi schemes, like Enron, the government gets paid off, they make up sales. So again, it's all the illusion. So how do you play the stock market? It's all an illusion. Sales are bullshit. Why would you invest in Tesla? They keep lowering their price because nobody wants electric cars. You want to sit and wait 8 hours to charge your car and only go 300 miles? So every 300 miles you travel, so you want to go from Detroit to Florida, you're gonna travel to Cincinnati, and then you're gonna fill up your electric car for 8 hours. And then the next day you get to go another 300 miles. So if you go 1,200 miles, it's going to take you like 7 days to travel. If you can find a charging station at each stop, good luck finding that. So there's no demand for an electric car. So why is Tesla's stock so high? That's another bullshit thing. But it's all illusion. They tell you, I was watching Attack on Wall Street yesterday, kind of taking notes, looking at everything. I was trying to observe it. Why would his buddies say, yeah, the market's down, which is caused by the government and by Wall Street. They're taking their profit and dumping. So Wall Street buys first, and then they sell it, and then you get in. So there's a stock at 20, Wall Street buys it. It goes up to 25. They say, hey, buy it. You go in, it goes from 25 to 30, and then they sell it and goes back to 20. You're fucked. You have no way of winning. This is why the only thing I do is I buy Newmont after that 10 o'clock drop, and then by the time it goes up and then starts leveling off, I sell it. I'm in and out in 3-4 hours, but I get this beautiful 10 o'clock drop every day on purpose by London. That's the only way I play the stock market. If you are in the long term or you're in your 401k, you're out of your fucking mind. They'll make it look good, but when it drops, it's going to dump now. So how do you trust it? It's the illusion. Oh, no, the stock market's good. Well, the economy's not. We're in a big recession because anytime costs go up and interest rates are cost of money, anytime it goes up, things cost more. Obviously, the market has to go down, as I said. So if this is $25, it goes off the shelf. You make this $500, you don't sell a bottle. Don't kid yourself. If Canada Club could make $500 this bottle, they would, but they can't. It won't sell. So they make it 50 and they can sell. When they go to 100, there's no sales. It hurts their stock. So don't kid yourself that they can just raise prices to the moon and it won't have an effect. They can't sell that bottle at $500 or they would. They can't do, there's a line. They can't sell avocados at $20 an avocado. Nobody would buy them. Even though they're the healthiest food in the world, you're not paying $20 for them. Otherwise, this cost me 99 cents. My dark chocolate cost me $2. So if things get too expensive, like the steaks, I went to the steak place to get my ribs, $12.99. Perfect. I go look at the Delmonico's, $20. I didn't buy it. I'm not paying $20 for a steak. So they will lower their price based on the market, but they can try to sell it at 20, but he had a whole stack still sitting on the counter because nobody's paying $20. He makes $8.99 and I would have bought 3 of them and I'd throw them in the freezer. So price is everything. We're the market, but you got to understand we're the market. See, that's the illusion. They take Say's law out of it, which is us. The human element cannot get away from anything, right? You can't get away from the human element in a market. You can't do it in poker. You can't do it in government. You can't do it with girls. You can't do it with restaurants. You can't do it with sales. You can't take the human element out of it. Rolex can't just say, I'm selling this watch for $100,000. It's the best watch. Sorry, it's too much. You're never selling them. So there's a price that the market's willing to pay, and that's what it is. So the illusion the government keeps giving you is everything's fine. Inflation's down. Look, the prices are down. The best one I have is we're raising interest rates because that'll make things more expensive and the prices will come down, and that's inflation. They don't even know what inflation is. That's not inflation. It's why, see, they play this little scam about prices being inflation. And it's not what it is. It's the dollar. So because it takes more dollars, because you're killing the value of the dollar, so it takes more dollars, that's why prices go up to only what the market will bear. So like I said, Coke can go to $5 for a 2-liter, but nobody's going to pay for it. So then what they do is they raise the price and they say, well, if you buy one, you get 2 free. So in a sense, they're $1.50, but you got to buy 3 of them. Well, if you drink a lot, you buy 3 of them. If you don't drink it, you don't buy it. You buy something else. But that's what the reason the price goes up. But that's why you substitute. I'm not going to buy the New York strip at $20. I'm going to buy the Delmonico at 10, or you're going to buy a different steak at $10 than the $20 steaks. They can market 20, but you're not going to pay for it. So that's really what the whole illusion is. So the illusion on gold is, the price is really low. It's, but wait a minute, there's huge demand. Says these guys, Sheckman, Maloney, and all these other idiots. But the demand's high, and they can't connect the dots. So the demand high, price should follow. It does in the Mantle card. It does in the Brady card. It does in Mercedes. It does, in polo shirts. So, but why? And this is the question they can't answer. This is the illusion. The demand's high, so the gold price should be going up, but they can't connect the dots that it's based on JP Morgan printing gold contracts to go down, to keep the price down. This way, you think, gold just doesn't have a value. Why would I buy it? And it keeps you in dollars. So if I'm trying to keep you in dollars, the best way to do it is to get rid of the competition, which is gold. Gold's the only competition for this, none of the other currencies. So if I paint gold as evil, as it won't keep a value, doesn't pay interest, you're not interested in it, you'll stay in this. That's their whole plan, is to make gold look bad. So if I'm running a restaurant, I'm running Italian, the other Italian, they're no good. And, So they keep you in this, but they sell it to you as stocks. Real estate investment trusts are in dollars. Microsoft's in dollars. You're going to buy a house in dollars. You buy Bitcoin in dollars. So it still comes back to you're still buying dollars, right? Even though the dollar has no value, you're fucking yourself over, but you don't realize it because you don't realize this has no value. Oh, what do they say? We're the reserve currency. Who gives a fuck? It's about the inflation making this worthless. Not that it was the reserve currency in Rome. It was the reserve currency in England and France and Spain and Amsterdam. It was the reserve currency for the world, but yet it still went to zero because at the end of the day, they all inflated the dollar. The gold built it up, and then they got rid of the gold, made the dollar, didn't back the dollar by the gold. The dollar inflated to zero. And I'm sure if we're all in Rome now going, we're the Roman Empire, we're not going to collapse. Oops. Well, wait, there's all this gladiator stuff to come. Let's go watch that. We'll ignore that the dollar, that the gold coins no longer have any gold in them. And the German armies seem to be coming. I think it was Constantine. Well, hey, I see these armies coming, and I think they have the gold, and we don't have the gold. And why would our soldiers fight? They're not getting paid. So they laid down. Constantine came with all the gold, had his armies, and you couldn't fight. And bye-bye Rome. World War I, bye-bye England. France was some other war. I think it was the War of 1812 or something. Bye-bye France. Spain, same thing. Why they all want to go to war, I assume it's because it's not their choice. I assume it's because other people are telling them go to war. In other words, go to that restaurant, it's great. And you go there and it's shit. Go invade them. And they know it's going to cost you a lot of money to go to war, and you're going to inflate your dollars and you'll go out. So it's basically the other team inducing you to go to war. So you'll blow all your money and you're gone. And I just got rid of my enemy. And that's what I believe it is. And that's the dragon coming in. So the dragon's coming in, and we got a financial advisor telling Biden, if he can understand, which I doubt, oh no, we shouldn't be the reserve currency. Let's we'll make a world currency. So Biden goes, well, I don't know what's going on. Oh, you're going to pay me $10 million? Sure, we'll do whatever you want. So China comes in and says, let's bankrupt the U.S. We'll pay off Biden. He's a puppet. He's an idiot. He'll do whatever we want. This is exactly what he's doing. And so he does all this, and all of a sudden, the dollar is no longer the reserve. It's inflated to zero. Who wins? China wins. So Biden's destroying our own country for a few $1 million, which will be worthless. So the Chinese, who benefit from us dropping, get the benefit. So they find the weakest link, Biden, Hunter Biden, the whole Biden idiots. And they don't want Trump because he's not the weak link. And that's what happens. So I had a good idea I just said, but I got to think of it. So that's what you're looking to do, is find the weak link, and then, who benefits. So it's always who benefits from things. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So when something happens, who benefits? Who's benefiting from this war with the Ukraine and the U.S. and Russia? Who's benefiting it? Why? We're getting all these fires in Canada, and now the pollution's coming to the U.S. I don't pay any attention to it. Who benefits? So the question always needs to be asked, who benefits from the inflation? Why are the central banks? So here's a way to kind of get away from everything. So you think gold's bad because of the price. Who benefits from a low price? Apparently, all the central banks in the BRICS countries, including China and Russia, are buying gold hand over fist. The U.S. isn't buying any. The U.K. and Canada are not buying any. They're too stupid to buy. They don't understand the concept of gold because they've been seated now with communist Keynesians who don't like gold because they want the government to run everything and print the money and run the markets. So in their mind, we'll print money and run the markets, even though it can never work. Keynesian has never worked. Communism's never worked. Look at Russia. Look at East and West Germany after World War II. If you want an example, the West Germans were fine and prosperous, and the East Germans were broke and hungry and just zero. And which side would you rather be on? The Russian side, which was communist with no economy and no markets, or the West side, which is flourishing? Capitalism flourished, communism didn't. I don't know how else to make it any simpler than that. I think we all know that. So you always ask who benefits. So who's benefiting by cheap gold? China, Russia, anybody that wants to buy it. Me and you are benefiting from it because I bought that 1/10 of an ounce yesterday for $250. In a normal world where the price of gold is 40, 50,000 with your dollar worthless, so the price of gold should be going up as this goes down, but it's not. Who benefits? We do. People wanting to buy gold benefit. All the central banks. So your question, okay, now we go back to the trust question. Who do we trust? Well, if the central banks are a bunch of bankers buying gold, we don't have to trust anybody. We just have to say, well, what the fuck? They're buying gold. I'm going to play along with it going, there's demand. And if there's demand by these banks, and the banks are the biggest criminals, if the bankers are buying it and all the people in Russia and China, and we know how Putin thinks, and they're all buying it, there must be something good about it. Why, because if there's really going zero and there's really no value in gold, nobody would buy it. But yet, a lot of people, all these countries are buying tons and tons and tons of gold. But yet everybody wants to get out of this. So if I don't listen or trust anybody, why is this worth 2 cents? Why is this value going down? Why is this hit the Titanic and gone? Why are all these countries getting away from the dollar? So if you just read between the lines going, fuck, everybody's buying gold and the value of the dollar is going down, nobody wants it, you've just answered your own question. That's where you get the trust. Now, the fact that I haven't met Kenzie and she won't call me, I have no trust with her. She says she's not playing games. Talk is cheap. Call me. Do a Skype with me. Do a Teams with me where I can see you, where you're on the phone going, hey, it's Kenzie. Hi, Howard. Yes, I want to be with you. I'm going to come. Da-da-da-da-da. But she won't do that because she's not real in my mind. If she was real, she would do that. I get videos from Jenna and Daria and Alina. Alina went to Sochi. I get a video of her at a theme park getting wet, or I get a picture of her at the pool. I get a picture of Daria. I send pictures. I get a picture of Jenna at her son's house having a barbecue. I get a picture of Irina with the baby. I also got a picture. I showed you this picture yesterday, but this is, I can't believe what I'm watching with this picture. So she sends me this picture, which blows my mind. There's fucking bears in her neighborhood because they can't find food because they've killed a lot of the places they live, the forest. They burn it. So how would you love this in your backyard? A bear with her 3 cubs in your backyard. This is in Romania. Unbelievable. So, I mean, why doesn't Kenzie send me something like that? She's on Telegram. She's implying I can't sell. So her out is my manager won't allow it. I don't believe it. I think that's a scam. What do you mean your manager? I got a manager. I got a boss at Harley. I had a boss at Mercedes. I could call anybody I want. I could send pictures. I could get on WhatsApp. I can get on anything. I could email anybody anytime. I had no restrictions. So why does she have these restrictions? This is obviously the $1 million question, but you can't explain, oh, my boss, and it'll end my contract. I don't know. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Who signs a contract that says I can't text or email or send pictures or call my friends and family? Come on. That's just ridiculous. So this is her bullshit. I got to Michigan. Well, okay, where are you? You at the airport? If you're at the airport, I'll pick you up, but you don't say you're at the airport. I've never played games. That's what you're doing right now. I just texted you on Telegram. I'm not on Telegram. I deleted it. You want to get a hold of me, you can text my phone or email me. You don't do that. You're not real. You want money, and I'm not giving it to you because I don't know who this is. I assume it's some Russian scammer guy or Chinese guy. That's my point, because I'm reading and analyzing what's going on, going, well, wait, a normal girl texts you and, hi, how are you, and gives you pictures, and you get voices and you visit them. And when they come, they actually show up. Carmen came. We met in LA because it was a holiday, and there she was. She's at the hotel waiting for me. And that's when I go and I meet Jenna, same thing. We went to Barcelona. There she is. I get into the hotel. She's in the lobby with her girlfriend waiting for me. That's how it works. I mean, and this is why you have multiple girls. I am not counting on Kenzie. Maybe she's real, and maybe I end up with her, but it's not. I got Daria and I got Jenna. Irina's different. I'm her guardian angel. We're best friends. She's married, so I leave that alone. But Daria and Jenna, I have. So I don't need Kenzie, and I'm not. That's why you don't play one girl. But that's how you avoid all the bullshit. Oh my God, I'm all alone, and she left me. Fuck that. I don't care. I don't know who she is. I don't believe who it is. I had a picture from her. Who the fuck can't send a picture? So when you add up all the logistics and the logic, it doesn't make sense. It's like a poker hand. So you're playing poker, and the guy, he bets a little bit more. And, it's like a queen and a 10 and a 5 come up and 2 diamonds, and then a 9 comes up, but it's not a diamond. And then the last card's a 3 of clubs. And the guy bets on the 3 of clubs, a big bet. And there's no way the 3 of clubs help you, because you're not staying in with a pair of 3s, betting as if you got aces. And then all of a sudden, here comes a 3, and you're doing it. If you did have 3s, you wouldn't be betting. And then if you got lucky to hit the third 3, that's a different story. And then depending on what I have, so it doesn't make sense. The 3 of clubs would help you with a queen and a 10 on the board and diamonds, but the third diamond didn't hit. And that's what her story is a bluff. And I read it and I go, there's no way. And if it is, then call me, text me, or email me saying I'm at the airport and here I am. Go ahead and do that. But don't just say I'm here. I got to Michigan. Oh, well, it's a big state. Where the fuck are you? So anyway, she knows where I live. Well, she's got my address, but I have no idea. I'm not expecting her to come. I'm going to the pool after this and eating dinner. And anyway, so that's what gold is. Gold is the illusion with gold is it doesn't have a value. It's an asset, which I think everybody believes. The illusion is that silver is really not money. It's used for batteries and solar panels. No, it's got uses, but it's not money, which is wrong. It's money. The other thing with gold is it's not used in anything because it's too expensive. It's only money. And so the illusion is gold really doesn't have a value. You can't go to the grocery store and use it. I can't go to the grocery store with a Rolex watch or my $1 million house, but I still have value. I still have an asset. Gold's an asset, just like a Rolex, just like a mantle card. It's a very valuable asset because you can't print it, right? You cannot, I don't know how many $50,000 Rolexes they make. I don't know if it's numbered this is out of 100. And gold's not numbered either. But I do have that Eiserman card that says 1 of 1. I know they only made one of it. That's worth a lot because the less something's worth, the more valuable. We know gold is not a lot. It's a very low supply. You got to dig it out of a mine and then melt it and mint it into, there's bars, there's coins. It is not highly in supply. Go to my guy's store. He doesn't have a lot. He's got a little. I bought the 10th of an ounce yesterday. So now I have 10 of them. That was the only reason I bought it. And I bought silver because that's real money. So I understand the illusion of gold and silver isn't worth anything and isn't an asset is bullshit. That's the illusion. They're painting the picture it's not worth anything. And most people are going, you're right. I'll be in Amazon stock because that'll always go up. I couldn't believe the guy at Target said that to me. And then the next thing I know, I look, it's down $10 in a week, but it always goes up. I'm fine with Target or with Amazon. I'll never sell it. And it's just going to keep going up and up. How fucking stupid are you? How can you believe anything will do that? Right? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like a car. I bought a $100,000 Mercedes. It'll never go to zero. It'll stay at 100,000. Even when I drive it, it won't really wear out. It'll stay brand new. I mean, Jesus Christ, how stupid are people? So the illusion that gold has no value, that it doesn't go up in value, is bullshit. But because of JP Morgan and the boys wanting the dollar to keep its value, they've got to be getting paid off by Russia, China, India, and all the other countries who want to buy it to keep the price down. So they're probably making millions keeping the price at $19.50 for an ounce of gold because they're the ones keeping the price down with the paper gold. And I believe that's coming to an end very, very soon. A lot of it'll be bricks, and then a lot of it'll just be they're inflating the dollar to zero. Even no matter what happens with bricks, the dollar's being inflated to zero. There's no other dollar to go to. You can't go euro, you can't go won, you can't go yen, you can't go British pound, you can't go Swiss franc. You'll have to go to gold and silver, which will have to raise the price because everybody will have to go in as the banks collapse, as the stock market collapse, as the houses collapse because of the inflation, interest rates will go up. So if you want to believe the government, good luck to you. But if you don't, and you want a way to measure it, just look at housing interest rates, right? Interest rates on mortgage. I'm loaning Bobby $100,000 for his house, but I got to make money on it. So I have to charge a high enough interest rate because the 100,000 is inflated. It's really going to be worth like 70,000 in 5 years. So I got to make enough on interest to make 110,000. So two things happen. Either I got to charge them 20%, which I might not have a market for, or I'm going to have to not do the loan, which is what Alistair, that banks are refusing to do the loans because they understand they'll never get paid back. Why would I loan out 100 and I can't get back 100 plus interest, right? If I loan out 100 and I get 70,000 inflated dollars, why would I want to lose $30,000? I'm much better off. And this is where I'm ahead of the game. I take my $100,000 and buy gold with it. Then I don't have to worry about interest rates and I don't have to worry about getting paid back. I don't have to worry about it going to zero because it can't. It's gold. It can't go to zero, which is one thing nobody tells you. You have no risk in gold or silver, but nobody will tell you that. You go to a financial advisor or broker, well, put your money in the market. Just look, it goes up 5%, you'll make 5, 10%, in an inflated dollar, which they don't understand. Oh, the inflation, look, it's going down. See, look, the Fed says it's 4%. It's going down. Yeah, don't worry about it because we don't understand it. We don't understand they're printing too much and the value of it's going to zero. We don't understand that. Again, the illusion. So the stockbrokers are there only to make commission. And if you watch Attack on Wall Street on Tubi, they admit that. The guy says, all we care about is making commission. We're doing everything to make commission. So we tell you things that make commission. That's it. Now, again, the guy invested the 60 grand and lost it. Not only did he lose it, they wanted to charge him another 60 grand because of losses to pay for the losses, because theoretically he owned the property or whatever. So he's getting fucked on both ends. Again, buy gold, no risk, huge reward. It's going to be a huge reward. It's going to go up. It's going to go up a ton. But JP Morgan can only hold the finger in the dike so long, and then the water rushes out. There's too much demand to keep holding it in, and there's going to be too much risk that I keep shorting gold, and all of a sudden it goes up. I lose my ass. So I don't want to short it anymore. Anybody that's so they'll sit there and go, well, the interest rates have stopped, and the value of the dollar versus the heavily inflated euro and yen are going up, so gold's going to go down. They don't understand what inflation is. See, this is the point that we're kind of part illusion and part idiots. They don't understand what inflation is, so therefore they see the value of the dollar going up, so I don't want to own gold because the dollar's getting stronger. The dollar can't get stronger. You're printing it to zero. It's where it's going. Look at Venezuela. Look at Pakistan. Look at Turkey. Look at Sri Lanka. Look at Greece. It's going to go to zero. It doesn't go to 10. It goes to zero. That's what happens when you inflate, and that's what's happening. So there's no, and then these idiots with the deflation, they are clueless. So again, a more illusion on deflation. They don't know what it is. Prices going down. That's prices going down. Deflation would mean that you're not printing the money. In fact, you're doing reverse. You're pulling the money back, making the dollar stronger. That's what deflation means. However, it's impossible. It's not happening. And what they're doing and talking about is prices. So they think if prices go down, that's deflationary. That's bad for the economy. Well, yeah, but so is inflation's worse for the economy. And it makes the interest rates go up, which is a price going up. So deflation is not real. It's incredibly stupid of these guys to talk about it like they know. But guess what? They're Keynesians. They're not about free market. They're about government control. They're communist. So in their world, the economy has to keep growing. In our world, it doesn't have to keep going. The standard of living gets better because now they came out with a cell phone and it only costs $100, and I get this computer, camera, text, phone, I don't need to buy a camera. I don't need to buy a video recorder. I don't need to buy anything. I got it all right here. It only cost me $100. So my standard of living is much greater than before. So that's really what is. So that's why deflation's not bad if it's because of productivity gains. If it's from new productivity, new production, computers going down in price, cell phones going down in price, more competition, lowering price. That's good. That's good for the economy. You can call it deflation, but that's basically competition, and that's fine. So again, the illusion of gold not having a value and not going up, and it won't go up, is being fixed. It's not truthful. It has a huge price. It's an asset. So they talk to you like it's not an asset. It doesn't pay a dividend. It's not going to go up, is because it's price fixed. So when people sit there and go, well, look what happened in the 70s, gold went up. Alligator just did that, was pissed me off a little with him. Well, in the 70s, the interest rate went up and the value of gold goes up. It's still on COMEX, you idiot. Anything to do with COMEX and the price fixing, you throw out. You only can talk about the interest rates going up and maybe the Rolex going up or cars going up and houses going up. That's about the only thing you can really talk about is real assets, like the value of a house. It used to cost in the early 70s, I think it was like $5,000 for a house. It was like 2,000-3,000 for a car, a nice car. By the end of the 70s, it was probably 10,000 for a car and probably 40-50,000 for a house. That's what you got to look at, because those are real free market prices. Gold is still kept, and you can't compare it when it's price fixed. Now, how it went from 35 to 800 in a price fixed thing, or maybe the fix wasn't in yet. I think it started 74, 75. So how it got up there, I don't know. But, now it's pretty much derivative run. And the other thing is, once these derivatives, which again is an illusion, there's trillions and trillions of dollars in derivatives, which are options, which if they go the wrong way, they're all broke, that the banks have. They go south, they're gone. So the illusions that the banks are okay is bullshit because of the interest rates, and they're in bonds, and when the interest rates go up, the price goes down. So all the banks are sitting on these bonds going down. The dollar's going out because you're inflating it. So the illusion that inflation's getting better is ridiculous. And the illusion that gold is not going up in price is fucking ridiculous. So again, who benefits from the low price? All the banks and countries buying it. So the buyers benefit, and we're going right on that train. We're going, we'll buy it too. Thank you very much. And that's what we know. And then it's going to go up, and we'll be, we're right there with the central banks, Russia and China, going, okay, go. You can go, and we're fine, because this is going out. And we understand the illusion that this is strong. This is in no way strong. This is going to zero. That's the illusion, is that this has any value. It has no value. This has zero value. The gold, which I put away, has, I got my silver out. So this is one of my silver cases. And as you can see, I got a boatload of silver in here. Each one's got 20. This is probably why I hurt my back. But again, this has value, right? This is an asset that has a value that's much higher than the $25, $26 I'm buying for it. So this is why I keep. This is an asset. It's money. It's a win-win. And then I got my other, I think I'll give one of these to the gals. This is a 10 ouncer. So this is 20, right? This is 10. This is half of this in one bar. So this is the asset. This is the money. This is the value. This is just like a mantle card. There's huge demand for it. But when they paper fix it and they keep the price down on COMEX, then people think that doesn't have a value. So the benefit will come in when the COMEX blows up and the value of this goes way up. And this, I'm saying, will be, so I keep, in my mind, I'm buying a $2,000 ounce of silver for $26. Most people think it's supply and demand and think, well, it's only worth $26. Why would I buy it? They're trapped in the illusion that it doesn't have a value, that it's $26, therefore it's not valuable. Why should I buy it? I'd rather be an Amazon stock or Tesla stock, because Tesla is $200 a share. It's got to be going up because of electric cars. They don't understand the market. There's demand for electric cars are down here. And if you want proof, Tesla keeps lowering his price. 50,000, 29,000, 19,000. And here's China with electric cars at probably 5 or 10,000 because the government's, helping them out. So people run because they see it high. People run on emotion. We do the opposite. So when I'm at the coin store, he says, well, when the price goes up, everybody comes to buy. When the price goes down, people sell or nobody comes in. He says, except for me. When the price goes down, it's a sale. It's a joke because I know it has much more value than they're showing. So the illusion is this doesn't have value, right? The illusion is this has no value, right? The illusion is this is worth $20. The reality is this is an asset. It's silver. It's money. Not only is it used in these stupid batteries and the solar, it's used in phones and computers. It wears out. There's not a lot of it because nobody has a silver mine anymore because it's not worth it to mine it. So the supply of silver is so limited, and Tesla just bought a bunch because he needs it for the batteries. So there's not a lot left. You buy the bullion because this is 25 and the Eagle is now 35. He lowered the price. But this is going to go way up because money will be what's needed because you're fucking around with this. So this has never had a value, but it bought a lot. It had purchasing power. So you could buy a Rolex for $1,000. Now it's $20,000. This is the real money, but the people printing this doesn't want you to understand that. So the illusion is has no value, this has value. The reality is this has no value, this has value. But people won't, they see the $26 and they go, well, I don't want to buy this. And this is what pisses me off is when I go to somebody and I go, you need to buy silver and gold. And they'll go, oh, I don't have any money. Like, I'm so pissed at the Chinese restaurant. I went last Saturday and she said hello. I didn't say a word. I was giving me my general chow, my egg roll. She said, have a nice day. And I said, no, I'm not returning it. You basically lied to me. You told me you had no money. And I go to the Toyota dealer and you're talking to the Toyota dealer about finance because he's the finance manager. And I have a master's in economics and you're telling me you're poor. You're working at the restaurant for free. You're here losing money. You think I'm an idiot? So once you cross the line with me, you're done. And that's what you must understand. I don't take bullshit like that. I catch you in a lie and you're done. Now I'm pretty open. I mean, if you do things, I'm fine with it. Just tell me, right? I don't care about that. I care more about the lies, disrespectful. But if you tell me the truth, I don't care what you do. That's fine. Yeah, it's your life. Go be happy, right? That's all I ask for. But don't lie to me that I don't have any money to buy. So in other words, I'm trying to save your life by buying this. You're telling me I'm too poor. I don't have any money. So what am I missing here? The illusion, the truth versus the illusion. The illusion is this has value and this doesn't. The truth is this has value and this doesn't. How do you talk to people to get the illusion of this having value that it opens their eyes? And this is what stumps me is fighting this illusion that this has value. How do I do that? Why do you think I ripped this? Because it has no value. Same thing my teacher did in 1994, and he rips the dollar and he says, it says no, it's paper. It's got no value. This has the value. So the fact COMEX keeps printing it keeps this illusion going, which is what they're trying to do. And how long can they keep it up? And that's why everybody asks me, so when is this illusion going to end? And this illusion going to end that this doesn't have a value? When is this going to value illusion that it doesn't have a value end? And when is this illusion that this has a value end? And that's the problem. It's all the government won't do anything. So the laws won't help. JP Morgan prints it. So they have the monopoly. The government wants this. The rich people who have millions of dollars don't want to see their dollar go to zero. So even though this is worthless, all these people, they don't want to start buying gold. So they stay in this. Warren Buffett has $2 billion of this. It's worthless. But as soon as he understands this is worthless, his 2 billion turns to zero. Well, he doesn't want that to happen. So all the people who have a lot of fiat don't want it to go to zero. So they want to keep this price down. And that's what we're fighting. However, on the other side, we've got we've got the Russians and Chinese who have a bunch of this going, okay, we need this to go up. We're going to come out with our own currency, and it's going to be backed by gold and silver. And that's what they're going to say in Johannesburg in August, that we're BRICS. We're coming out with a new BRICS currency, and it's going to be backed by gold, because otherwise nobody will trust the Chinese or the Russians that they're not going to steal from everybody. So that's really what happens. So that is basically the whole class of illusion. So what they're doing to us is making us trust the government and believe that this has a value, and it doesn't. And then they're making it believe that this doesn't have a value when it does. But the Rolex has a value. The Mantle and the Jordan and the Burrow and the Mahomes and the Brady have value. But so when people see that the Mantle has $1 million value and they see this is $26, they think it's all free market. They think, well, supply and demand, the Mantle card, of course, everybody loves Mantle. It's worth a lot. Well, why isn't this more? If the Mantle is worth a lot, this should be worth a lot. It's free market. It's supply and demand. And yet it's not. No matter what the demand is, the price is not. This is up to the roof. The price is still here because they're fixing the price. And what bothers me is you get these idiots like Sheckman and Rule and Shift and all these other that don't understand paper from physical. How the fuck can you not understand that it's being held down by COMEX, by the paper derivatives keeping the price down? So it's not supply and demand. It's not what happened in 2008. It's not anything to do with anything. It's being held down for one reason, by COMEX, by the government, to keep you believing this fantasy that this has value and that you won't go into this because it has no value, doesn't give a dividend. And that's the problem. So you're going to sit in this, then one day soon, this is going to go to zero. The inflation is going to be 500%. This is going to be $1,000. And you're going to go, why didn't anybody tell me? Why didn't I know? Because this illusion finally got broke, and this illusion finally got broke. So what I do is try to tell you this illusion. And it was pretty clever. I thought of it last night as I was telling you. So my illusion I brought up was Jenna, pretty girl, Ukrainian girl. And let's say another guy likes her. I'm going to talk bad about her, not to hurt her, but so I don't have competition. I don't want competition. Not that, I can handle the competition. I'm not worried about that. But some people, so they will talk, oh no, she's no good. She's whatever, 4 or 5 bad things about her. And then you won't be interested in her, right? So my illusion is to make you not interested, sort of like silver. So Jenna's like silver. No, you don't want that. You want, that girl over there, she's real pretty. Go to her, but you don't want to go to Jenna. No, stay away. That's the illusion that gets played is, no. You don't want to be with her. You want to be with her. And in reality, you would prefer Jenna, but I don't want to lose Jenna, so I'm going to say bad things to keep you away from her because I want her. So that's what happens, and that's what led me to this is I'm going to tell you to get into this, and I'm going to tell you bad things about this because I don't want you to buy it. Not that I don't want you to buy it. I want you to stay in this. I want you to keep dating this. I don't want you to change partners. And that's really what it is, and that's the competition part of the illusion is I try to make this illusion to get you A to B. Is it a restaurant? Is it a car? Is it a girl? Is it poker? I give you the illusion I don't have a good hand to keep you in, so you'll bet so I can make money from you. And then I pull over 4 kings. I gave you the illusion I didn't have a good hand. You bought it, you stayed in, and I won. If you go out, I can't win any more money. So there's a big illusion in poker. There's a big illusion in football that I can read that most people can't. And I read it by defense and quarterback, where most people don't have a clue. Oh, look, the Lions beat the Bears last week, 32-0. I'm going to bet the Lions this week. They're playing Dallas. They can't. They're not going to win. Dallas has this great defense, terrible quarterback, but anyway. But that's the point. Or they're playing the Niners, or they're playing the Eagles. It's not the same as last week. So the illusion that they're good, they're not good. That's the illusion they have this year. They won the last 6 or 7 games, or 7 out of 8, and lost the big playoff game they needed to win. Then they beat the Packers when there was no playoff on the line. So there was nothing on the line. They beat the Packers. When they had things on the line, they lost to Carolina. And so the point is, the illusion is that the Lions are a good team. Well, wait a minute. They didn't beat anybody good. The only team that was halfway good was Carolina, and they lost to them. And they lost to the Chiefs, and they got killed by New England. They got killed by Dallas. All the good teams they played, they lost to. And all the bad teams they played, they beat. And so the illusion is they're a good team. And this is what people miss, because they don't know how to understand how good are these football teams and baseball teams. They don't get, you bet on McClanahan, you bet on Verlander, Scherzer. They don't get that the pitching determines who's going to win the game. They don't get in football, it's the defense. You got Georgia's defense, Iowa State's defense, you're not getting points. They don't understand. See, I can read into the illusion that, A, it's an illusion, and what do I look for to rank each team so we can bet on them? How many games do we win betting Georgia under, which is so ironic because I actually had them in the championship game going over. But all of a sudden, they're scoring points, and I win the over with them. So where does that? But most of the last 2 years, I've been betting Georgia under, and I've cashed every fucking week. It's unbelievable. So that's you try to break illusions. The girl is pretty, but is she nice? Is she, does she like me? So you look at the girl, and if she gives you a smile, she's giving you yeah, you can talk to me. And then you talk to her to get out of the illusion that she's pretty and into the illusion, her personality, or with it, just general people. I'm in the hot tub. Do I want to talk gold with this guy? And I look at him and see what he talks about. Hey, what do you think of the economy? And he says, it's fine. I don't want to talk to him because then I got to explain. He's not going to listen. So I don't waste my time, but you kind of have that look of, can I or can't I? The Chinese people who are telling me they're poor, I've been going there for 30 years. I always say hi to them. I don't know them very well, but I do try to tell them, I just came from the coin store. Because I usually go to the coin store on Saturday, then I go to the pool and then get Chinese. But because I'm working my half day Friday, I was able to go yesterday. So I usually and I'm trying to help them, right? This is the part I don't really get. I'm trying to help you to buy this because this is so undervalued, and the illusion is that this has no value, and the reality is this has a huge value. But good luck trying to tell people don't look at the illusion, look at the reality. It's an asset and it's money. This is an asset, and this is paper, and this has no value, this has value. Why the fuck are you in this? Why are you in the bank? Why are you in stocks? You're going to get killed. But that's your choice. I can try to educate you, but I can't change your mind. I can't make you buy this at $24 an ounce. But when it hits 2,000, I'm not going to rub it in either and say, well, let's go back to the video on July 1st at 2:15 when I told you this is a $2,000 coin and you laughed at me. Okay, fine. I won't do that. But I'll be sitting here going, I did okay. So that's the thing. So everything's an illusion, and you have to come up with ways. Kenzie's an illusion. She's not real. She'd call, she'd send pictures like a normal, like Jenna and Daria do, and Irina. Irina sends me pictures of the baby. So I know she's real. Well, I met her anyway, but that's what you're looking for is you have to realize everything's an illusion, and then you figure out ways to actually get to the truth. So you can never trust this illusion of Kenzie until you meet her and talk to her face to face and get to know what she's really about. And until you do that, it's an illusion. It's not even her. What do you mean you won't send a picture? Well, then you're not her because, it's like me. I'm doing this. You can see me. You can listen to me. And I say pretty much a lot of the similar things each class. We talk inflation and gold and football and baseball. Pretty consistent. So you get an idea that I'm honest with you. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not lying to you to sell you something. But that's what she's doing. That's the illusion. So in life, you have to break the illusions apart. Why is this hot girl smiling at me? What does she want? So you talk to her and you get to know her. And then you see, oh, well, she's, committed a crime and needs money, or her boyfriend sells drugs. What's the real story behind it? And then as you get real with her and you meet her and you can talk to her face to face and then on the phone and you get pictures, then you start believing it's not an illusion, that it's real. And that's what you're trying to get to. And that's what you're trying to get to with me. That's what you're trying to get to with your broker. The broker and your stockbroker and your financial planner are illusions. I'm going to make you money is the illusion. I go on this diet, you'll lose weight. So it's all illusions. And you go, oh, good, I really want to lose weight. Or, oh, good, I really want a hot girlfriend. And that's the illusion. So you're drawn into some bullshit, and you have to meet and see what's really going on. Once you can do that, then you get away from all the bullshit. And that's really what you're trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is get away from this illusion. So I understand economics. I understand this illusion. I understand free market. I understand Say's law. So I understand what a market is, what economics is. And that's what I try to teach you is not the illusion, it's the reality of it. So I'm trying to be real and honest with you and explain it. And that's what you take away going, wow, I just learned something that nobody else understands. And that's the illusion. The government keeps you in the dark. They don't teach it to you. So even when you hear it, you don't believe it. It's no, that Howard can't be right. Yeah, I am. But again, since you don't, that's why I bring on Alligator and Aegon and Andrew McGuire, so I can say, look, if it's just me, fine. But look, Alligator, Andrew McGuire and Alistair and Aegon are saying the same things I am, and they're in Europe. And I say it first, and they're going, yep, this is what's happening. And then you go, oh, fuck, how can they also agree with Howard? He's not giving the illusion, he's giving the reality. And that's really what you need to think. You need to think reality. Football, poker, women, money, stocks, jobs, poker. You have to separate the illusion from the reality and look at the incentive. Who makes out with a low gold price? People who want to buy it. Who gets hurt? People who want to sell it. So people that want to buy gold are benefiting from the low price, but they don't realize it's not a real price. It's an illusional price to make you think it has no value. But meanwhile, the central banks in Russia and China are buying it all. Putin's buying it. Well, why? If it has no value, the illusion is it's $19.50 an ounce. Why is everybody buying it? Because they all realize that illusion isn't real. The real illusion is it's an asset worth a lot more than we think. So if it's a Kenzie, if it's poker, if it's a football game, you're trying to analyze. You need to have the structure. What am I analyzing? Kenzie won't give me a call or a picture. Not real. That's not normal. Jenna and Daria give me pictures and phone calls, and I meet them. So that's what a real woman does. She's obviously not real. And the same thing, her motive is to get money. She's not real. The motives with gold is to keep it down so you don't buy it, so all the central banks can buy it, right? They're the ones buying it, but there's another motive is to keep you in this, because this is being inflated to zero, but they don't want to tell you that. So once you know, you're out of it. And that's what when I try to tell people, the flood's coming and I'm Noah, or the dollar's going to zero, nobody wants to believe it, because they live in their own little world where they believe the illusion of a government. For whatever reason, why you would trust the government is beyond me. They've lied to you more than anybody else, but yet you believe it. Why would the government lie? Because they have ulterior motives. They have profit motives. They want to get reelected because they make a lot of money. They have lobbyists paying them. They have China and Russia paying them. They have the defense contractors paying them. That's why they want to be there, not for you. This is the other illusion that people must understand. So you must understand this illusion that this is worth a hell of a lot more. It's an asset. Why is a Rolex $45,000? And then this $24 when this is probably rarer than a Rolex. We know gold is. So once you understand everything's an illusion, and then you're figuring out the truth. Why do people get divorced? One of the partners cheats on the other. So the illusion is they love you and they won't cheat on you. The reality is they don't really love you that much. They just say it and then they cheat on you. Or they're with you for your money, or they're with you for other reasons. But, unless you're in a relationship where you can go visit other people, the relationship is you're with me. And then if you're with somebody else, well, you want to be with me or that? And that's the illusion. I thought you were with me, and that's not. So that's what Kenzie's trying to push, is her illusion, but I don't buy it. So you got to be smart enough to have your regime and what the illusion is. So that's today's class, is to understand that things are not what they seem. You believe the wrong thing. Attack on Wall Street, again, the guy put him in real estate trust. The attorney lied to him with the $10,000. And he basically, and his wife gets sick, but even if he had the money, she's got cancer. The illusion is if he would have had her fasting, she would have gotten over the cancer. So there was a lot of illusions in that movie, that he trusted people and then he got mad and killed them all. Well, that's an illusion too. But basically, if you would have understood gold and silver and bought it, he never would have went broke. And why nobody's in gold and silver buying it with no risk? You have no risk. This cannot go to zero. There's too much demand for it. It will never go to zero. So because you have that as no risk, you're not going to wake up and kill everybody because you lost 60 grand. I hear people losing money in the market. I tell them, buy gold. If you stop fucking around and just buy gold, you wouldn't lose a penny. Why are you fucking around with stocks for? And then my idiot coworkers in Alabama, well, you might want to get out of the stock market. Well, Howard, you're old. So here's how their illusion is. You're old, so yeah, if it goes down, you'll lose. No, I'm not in the market. I'm in gold. You're old. If it goes down, you'll lose. But I'm young, so if it goes down, it'll come back up. Where are you learning that from? First of all, when this goes down, it ain't coming back up. Second of all, age has nothing to do with it. And third of all, I'm not in the market. I'm smart enough to be in gold and silver. You're in an illusion that the market is the only place to put your money for retirement. Even though this is going to zero and the market will crash, you're under that and you're in that delusion. However, when I tell you the truth, you don't want to hear it. And that's what I don't understand. So I don't know how I'm going to act at the Chinese place today, if I'm friendly or not. I mean, I've been going there for 30 years and I thought we were friends. But if you're going to treat me like that, I got no problem not being. I'll just come in, order, give you General Chow, and goodbye. I didn't give her a tip. I usually give her a tip, even though it's a carryout. I normally don't tip carryouts. What am I tipping for? The cook, well, that's part of the price of the thing. You tip the waitress, it's no waitress. So I didn't give her a tip. I won't give her a tip anymore. And basically, I don't know. I'm very upset at anybody that doesn't trust me when I'm trying to help you. I'm not selling you anything, so I'm not trying to scam you. I'm not Kenzie. I'm not scamming you for money. I'm not charging you anything for this, which is priceless. You should be paying $500 a class, and it would be well worth it because I just saved your lives because I got you buying gold and silver and out of dollars. Right? But my impetus is to be your guardian angel and to not charge you. And so you can survive this craziness with the gold and silver. So I show you, look, I got gold and silver. So you understand I'm a man of my word, and I'm telling you, look, I'm buying it. So why aren't you? If I buy it, you should be buying it, right? Anyway, so I think that's about it. Again, the lock today is... let's go through baseball one more time. We got the San Diego, the Yankees over 9, Baltimore under 8.5, Texas under 8, Washington under 8.5, Chicago over 8.5, White Sox, Miami under 9, the Mets, because Verlander's going, KC over 9.5, Tampa Bay over 7, the Cubbies under 8, and Arizona over 10. That's today's baseball. You could call Verlander a lock with the Mets. Bobby's going to be playing. So yeah, let's lock the Mets. We'll have some fun. And outside of that, so the concept of today's class is illusion. It's done in sales. It's done in poker. It's done in gold. It's done with the government. It's done with casinos, especially with girls and restaurants. So all these places that are trying to get, mostly they're trying to get your money, or they're deceiving you. So you date this girl, not that, because I want that girl. I want Jenna, so I'm going to lead you to somebody else. I don't want you buying gold, so I'm going to keep you in dollars. Gold's no good. You don't want that. Where did I see that? Oh, I saw that in Rounders at the end. And the guy thinks that the Damon's on a straight draw. He's already got the straight. And so he's got a pair of aces, but he wants him out because that's all he's got. And then the turn comes like 3. And he says, oh, that card's no good for you. You want to get out. I got 8, like you don't want to be in the hand. And then Damon already has the straight. And then the ace comes. Now he's got a set of aces. And so then he makes the big bet, and then Damon, goes all in and he wins. And but he was like trying to talk him out of it. So the illusion is, oh no, you want to get out of the hand, So anyway, there's a lot of illusions and a lot of different things. It's mostly about money. Girls pretending to like you, so you spend money on them. You tell people, no, you don't like her because I like her. You like to go to this other girl, but I'm not going to tell you I like her. Well, Jenna, but that's kind of what it is I'm giving you the illusion. You don't want to be with Jenna. She's no good. Go to Natasha. And then Jenna's really the one I want, and I don't want you near her. So instead of doing that, I'm using psychology, saying, oh, you don't want her. No, go to her friend. And that's with gold. Don't buy it. It's worthless. Oh, buy stocks. Yeah. Buy dollar. Go to the bank. Keep your money in the bank. Buy CDs. Buy real estate trust. And that's what they push you into doing, is to buy And the illusion is you're going to make money on. So the illusion is always about you're going to make money in poker. You're going to make money with the dollar. You're going to make money, with certain products. Buy this one versus that one, so they make money. And the girls want to grab your money, so they're going to tell you things. And the same thing with casinos. They fuck the odds on you, so they make more money. So it's either trying to get your money. It's always about trying to get your money. And even with the gold, they're trying to get you into this because it's going to zero and you'll lose money. But they don't want you in gold because they don't want you to make money. So it's either they want your money or they don't want you to make money. They want to keep you poor. And I don't, that what kind of leadership is that? Anyway, so that's what's going on. I thought it was fascinating, the whole illusion thought process that I kind of figured out yesterday. I was very, that's how I think. You always think, why? Why are they keeping the price of gold down? Why is there inflation? Why is the stock going up? What was I watching? There was a movie. I got to think of it. I watched so many movies. And again, you have to ask the question, why? Why is this? Why is that? Why did that happen? Who benefits from it? So that's really how you have to think. Something went up or down. I don't remember the movie. And something goes up. And the thought is, why? Why did this happen? Who benefit? It's always somebody benefiting from something. So that's really what you're trying to get to, is who's the one benefiting and why is this happening? And once you understand that, then you're halfway home. All right, that's class today. Bobby Bo, you missed a hell of a class. Yeah, Kenzie wants to stay on Telegram, and she's saying, I got to Michigan. I says, are you at the airport? She won't say. I'm leaving you messages on Telegram, and I go, I'm not on Telegram. I deleted it. Why don't you try my WhatsApp or my email? But, of course, she won't. She won't send a picture. She won't talk to me. So, yeah, I almost believe it's her. Yeah, it's a real good one. It's about illusion. And I go over sales, poker, gold, government, casinos, girls, and restaurants, how they use illusion. So real quickly on gold, only because it's you, Bobby Bo. The illusion on gold and silver, I bought another 20 ounces of silver yesterday and a 10th ounce of gold. Now I got 10 ounces. So here's the way illusion works. This has a value. This doesn't have a value. This is the illusion the government's fucking with you. This is why a lot of people have the problem. They think this has value. This has no value. This is zero. They think this doesn't have a value because JP Morgan and Comex keeps this price at $25 an ounce. So nobody wants to go into this because they think it doesn't have a value, because they only can think of, I'm going to get rich. So I'm going to buy Tesla stock and Amazon stock, and because I want to get rich, but I'm too stupid to get rich with understanding. So I'm just going to get into it. So they are giving the illusion this has no value, even though it's an asset and it's money and it has a hell of a lot more value. And the illusion is that this has a value, and this doesn't have a value. Nothing in the paper industry does. Banks, and then the real estate's going to go, because since this has no value, I'm not going to loan you money because I can't charge you enough interest rates to get the demand. So if I got to charge you 40% interest because of the inflation, I just assume not loan you the money. So good luck trying to find a loan. And if you do find one, the interest rate's going to be very high, which is why I'm talking you out of houses. But the illusion is this has a value, this doesn't. And it's totally backwards. This has a value and this doesn't. And maybe that'll help people understand to buy this and not say, I don't have money and I've got this, so I'm good. This is being inflated to zero. This is about to go to 2,000. And that's basically what my point is. So there's an illusion in poker. I don't have a good hand. You want to call? I got 4 kings, but I'm going to play it like I don't have a hand, and I want you to call me so I can take your money. Or I have the illusion I've got 4 kings and I'm bluffing, and so you fold. So those are the illusions in poker, into making you believe what's false. And that's what the illusions are. The government does it all the time, saying, oh, the economy's fine and we're fine. And oh, don't worry about inflation. That's, it's all bullshit. Kenzie's illusion is that she's actually real and actually wants to come over and be with me. That's the illusion. But how do you read the illusion was the class. So you read the illusion by meeting them. So if you can't get a phone call and a picture and a video chat like I do here, you know me because you see me and I'm the one talking to you. So you have a feeling and you get confidence that I say the same thing every day. I'm not contradicting myself. So if Kenzie would get on Skype or Teams and talk, hey, it's me, Kenzie, the level of the illusion would go to 0. But because she doesn't, the illusion's at 100%. I got to Michigan. Okay, so when's your flight coming in? I'll go pick you up at the airport. Oh, I've been texting you on Telegram. Well, I deleted Telegram. Try my WhatsApp or try my email. Go to teaserking.com. You'll get my email. No, I only do Telegram. Okay, so the illusion is at 100% because I can't believe you because I got Daria and I got Jenna on WhatsApp who I talk to all the time. I got to show you this, Bobby. I don't know if you saw it. Irina, my best friend in Romania, has this problem. Bears in the city. There's a mother and 3 cub fucking bears. Stay in the house. Be careful. And she says, well, they blew up all the, like the forest, all the fires and everything. And therefore the bears need food. So they're coming here and they're eating goats and chickens and stuff like that. What a nightmare, right? So I don't know why they just don't, send the police and shoot them or whatever, or tranquilize them. No, that's Romania. That's in Romania, but not in Bucharest. Bucharest is the big city. She lives more in the country. That's the country in Romania. So we got all these forest fires in Canada. Who benefits from it? So the whole class today is who benefits. Who benefits from the illusion? Who benefits from them saying this has a value? Who benefits from them saying... So somebody's trying to benefit by them saying, oh, by the way, this has no value. Who benefits from that? People wanting to buy it benefit if they keep the price low. So we are in the unique situation of being a central bank where we can buy this dirt cheap. But why the question? So the illusion's broken by all the central banks, Russia and China and India and Saudi Arabia buying all the gold. Well, that takes the illusion away that it's worthless, because if it's worthless, there's no demand. So therefore we buy it because the central banks buy it. And we know this is an asset and it's very, very undervalued because of what JP Morgan is keeping the price down. We know this is way, way undervalued. It's an asset and it's money. And at this price, we buy it because we know it's worth a lot more. And we know this is worth nothing. And we know it's worth nothing. And that's why everybody's de-dollarizing, because you can't print it to 0. Why did I rip it? Because it's worthless. This is worthless. It's toilet paper. And that's what the point is. That's how so the key is everything's an illusion. And then you're trying to figure out how to read if it's illusion or not. If Kenzie would call me, it's Kenzie, I'm at the airport. I would go pick her up and there she is. The illusion's broken. She's real. My big thing with girls is, why are they smiling at me? Why are they coming? All right, what do they want? They just don't do it. Maybe they want me. They say I'm a nice guy. Okay, that's fine. If they want my money, as in Kenzie's case, then you see that, oh, okay, that's bullshit. One thing I learned, as I say, from my Russian friend Galana, she said girls will never ask for money if they're real, because they'll be afraid that you'll leave them. And if they really love you or like you, they will never ask you for money because they would be afraid you'd leave them. And if they love you, they don't want you to leave them, so they won't ask you for money. So if you ever want to know if a girl really loves you, especially Ukrainian, Russian, European one, they ask you for money, they don't. If they don't ask you for money, then you know it's okay. They might ask you later on, but the initial point will not be to ask you for money because they don't want you to leave them because they really love you. So that's Romania. Baseball picks I gave. The lock is the Mets today. I heard you're playing and Verlander's pitching. So my lock today is the Mets. And to go through the games, I like San Diego, the Yankees over 9, Baltimore under 8.5, Texas under 8, Washington under 8.5, the White Sox over 8.5, Miami under 9, Bobby, KC over 9.5, Tampa over 7, the Cubs under 8, Arizona over 10. We hit our lock yesterday, McCullough. It was touch and go. They were down 4-0, then it was 4-4. All of a sudden it's 8-4, and they win 15-4 all of a sudden. Where did that come from? Anyway, so we hit McCullough. We hit Scherzer. Now we got Verlander going. So you got to find those diamonds and bet them. And basically, so that's really the class. Poker, they're trying to mislead you into what it is. In women, if you like Jenna, but I like Jenna, I'm going to tell you bad things about Jenna, and I'm going to point out another girl to you. Say, no, she's nicer, to get you away from Jenna, because I want Jenna for me, and so you go to this other girl, and that's kind of the illusion. I'm giving you an illusion that no, you don't want Jenna, but you look at Jenna and you want her, and so I give you the illusion to stay away from her, but go to this other girl who I have no idea who she is, but I know she's not Jenna. So that's the illusion that people play, and the lying. So it's a bunch of lying. And then you're trying to figure out what the truth is, and the best way is to talk. So by me teaching and you asking questions, you can tell I'm not illusioning you. I'm giving you the truth. And that's why I have Alistair on and Egon, because they back me up. They say what I say, and that's why I tell you to get away from the Reikarts and the Andy Scheckmans and the Peter Schiffs and Maloney's, because they're idiots. They are into the illusion. They don't understand paper from physical, and they don't support you out. Although I did get Rick Rule to admit he was not an economist. He was a credit analyst. I almost fell off the couch. He says, I'm not an economist. I'm a credit analyst. I wrote on his thing. I said, you're a motherfucker. You should be in jail, because you're misguiding people into buying your ETF that is not gold. They think it's gold, and you're a Keynesian. You don't understand anything about economics. He must have read it, because he was like, I'm a credit analyst. So I was pretty proud of myself for that. But anyway, so that's what you're trying to learn, is why are people nice? Who benefits from everything? And, who can I trust and who can't? Again, in an attack on Wall Street, he trusts his financial broker. He puts him in a writ. He loses 60 grand instead of learning, I should have been in gold. And that's the thing that I'm trying to teach you, is that this has no value. So you don't want to be in anything that's related to this. You want to be in this gold and silver, because that is an asset, that's real money that has value. But they don't want you to understand it does have value. So that's where you need to put on the illusion hat and think about what's happening. Why are they telling me this? Why are they keeping me out of gold? Why do they keep the price low? Keep me out of it. Because everything's emotional, and therefore your emotions are going to say, yeah, gold's, it hits 2,000 and that's it. Why would I get in? Silver's 24 an ounce. Why would I want to buy silver? And that's the illusion, is they're keeping you out of it, and because they want to keep you in this, even though this has no value and you should be out of this. And that's what I'm teaching you. that their illusion's false, and this is the illusion is this, and the silver and gold are the illusion is they don't have a value when they do. So that's what this class is about. Bobby, Kenzie is a delusional as an NFL GM. Exactly. Has there been any new videos of Egon or Al? Yes, I showed you one. There was one of Alligator the other day. And I played it on Friday's show, I believe. So there's this one, which I played parts of on the show. And then there's Andrew McGuire yesterday, which was just him and no guest. And I played him. So if you watched the show yesterday, they're both on it. What I need to figure out is how to put those little things on the bottom. So when I look at Andrew McGuire, it's like talking about the Fed, talking about gold, talking about Russia, and I need to, because I go 2 hours and you can't listen to the 2 hours. So if I put those little markers in, now I'm talking gold, now I'm talking girls, now I'm talking football, now I'm talking baseball, then you could go to if you just want to hear the baseball picks, you go to the baseball. And so there's some way to put these dividers up, but I don't know how it is. I don't know if I have to pause it or what. So I want to figure that out. But yeah, so I'm pointing out, Kenzie, this is a scammer and this is how scammers work. That's why I did it with Kenzie. I just texted you I don't use it. I only use Telegram because of you. Does that make any sense? So why don't you email me or why don't you WhatsApp me? Because then I'll get your information and I'll know you're full of shit. So she does Telegram when I don't get her information. Even here, if you popped into Kenzie, you would see a tree. Who does that? Who doesn't have a picture of themselves up or something, right? So what the fuck? Anyway, so that's really the whole point. But yeah, watch Alligators. It's the same. It's Russia, China. It's the Johannesburg BRICS meeting, the end of August, where they're going to talk about. Apparently, they'll talk about the dollar being backed by gold, but it's still got a ways to go. So I thought it was ready to go. Okay, we're coming out the new dollar backed by gold in August. It's not, but they will mention that they're doing it. And the new dollar will be backed by gold, but they're not ready to roll it out just yet. It's coming, but hopefully that'll be enough to get the gold price out of JP Morgan's hands and into physical world. I wonder if Andrew is related to Mark McGuire and Dan McGuire. Sure. The timestamps. I like the whole class, so it don't make a difference to me, Professor. Well, thank you, Bobby. Well, yeah, but like Nick wants to look at football picks. And if I do, because I branched out into gold and girls and poker, you might just want to go to that. Now, normally when football finally is here, I'll just do a football video and then I'll do an economics and gold video. So if you want just the football picks, you can go into that video like I do college, and then I do college one, I do a pro one. But this is new, the gold and the economics. And I'm kind of upset I didn't do it earlier because this is really valuable information. I'm teaching you on the economics and now this whole illusion thing. I think I was watching Now You See Me with the whole illusion, and it just like hit me. And it's always about who gains. These fires in Canada in these forests, who gains? Who's benefiting by this? Who benefited in Romania when they tore the forest down, and now the bears are coming into people's houses? Well, not in the houses, but she has to be careful. She could be walking down the street with the baby and there's a bear and she's dead because the bear's going to eat her. So she has to be careful. Yesterday, she said she had to go to the store. So she got in the car. Man, I'd be sweating my head. Now, I think you're okay in a car with the bear, but still, I don't want to be out and there's a car or a leopard eyeing me down because I'm dead. If I got a bear looking at me if I walk out my door, I'm dead. There's no point in running. I'm dead. So I'll try to give him some gold and silver and see if he'll take, see if the bear will understand it. If I get a smart bear, he'll take the gold. But anyway, that's really what I want you to think about is the illusions. So the government lies to us about 9/11. They lie to us about the moon. They lie to us about Kennedy, both Kennedys. And everything they say is an illusion so they can get voted in, and then they can do what they get the lobbyists to pay them. I was watching Richard Pryor movie, Brewster's Millions, and he made a comment about voting for nobody, like he's running for office. And he says, who would spend $10 million to get a $60,000 a year job? And it was so perfect, like exactly. That was funny as hell. But I was just watching that, and he was very good in it. I liked the whole concept. Yeah, it's getting closer now that we hit July 1st. Preseason already next month, and college football media day should be this month. So, yeah, well, once you hit July, there's the Hall of Fame game, the end of July, and then the preseason in August. It's amazing how bad NFL is week one and how good college is without the preseason. They come right in and they have good games the first week, and in the pros, they look like shit the first 2 or 3 weeks, and the whole team gets pulled hamstrings and hurts their knees because they're not in shape. They're not in game shape. None of those guys are ready to play 60 minutes because they haven't fucking played in the preseason. How do you not have preseason? So anyway, again, look for so my teams are the Jets, Jets, Cincinnati, Denver, and I don't know, Jacksonville or Tennessee. I don't know how bad Tennessee is. I still don't know their quarterback and running back. I don't know if Henry left or not. I see Dalvin Cooks hasn't gone anywhere, or he's maybe going to Miami, but I don't read those stories. He might go here. I don't want to tell me when he goes somewhere. I don't want to hear where he might go. That's why I hate these mock drafts. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear when the real draft is. And the Detroit station was making a big deal about the Red Wing, the hockey draft. Who the fuck? I don't know any players. Bobby Orr's not playing. I don't know. I don't care. I wouldn't know who they got. I don't know anything about it, nor do I care. And they're making this big thing. And I don't care about the NFL draft. Who the fuck cares about it? Tell me who got drafted, and then I'll do the analysis, and that's it. I don't need to see the drafts and who's going on. Let's see who's texting me. I assume it's Daria, probably. No, it's Carmen. I need money. Send me money on PayPal, please. So Carmen has no problem sending me a picture. I can't show it, but she sends me a picture. She asks me for money. See, Daria sent me a picture. So it's Alana's birthday, so she sent me a picture. Here's Alana. I got her bed made up. This is in St. Petersburg. So funny how everybody can send me pictures except for Kenzie. Nor do you see Kenzie on here. Yet I got Romania, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, and Russian in Florida. So all those people can trust me enough to WhatsApp me, but Kenzie doesn't. Unbelievable. By the way, you purchased your magazine yet? Yeah, I showed you. I read it to you last time. Remember, I read you the Georgia stuff? So I got this. I got it last weekend. And I went through that. So I told you all the new quarterbacks who are coming back. So that was done. And I gave you some picks. We're still waiting on injuries and stuff like that. And we know that McCall went back to Coastal Carolina. UCLA's got a quarterback. Georgia's got some good quarterbacks, but they haven't played. Rising should be back. He's practicing with a knee brace, so he's ready. Florida's quarterback sucks. I love that Utah game. Utah laying 3 in a revenge game, and it ain't in the swamp. It's in the mountains with the thin air in Utah. Look for Utah by 20 at least. I mean, they're going to kill them. Revenge, Rising, and they don't have a quarterback, so look out. Yeah, the draft is just full of a bunch of drunk GMs making stupid decisions. It's unbelievable. Like the Lions, well, the hockey draft, who the fuck knows? The Pistons in the basketball draft, they drafted a defensive player. That's like drafting a lineman in football. What the fuck are you wasting a first-round pick on an offensive lineman? It's the stupidest pick you can make. Especially you can get a good defensive player from Georgia or Iowa State. You can get a good receiver or not a receiver in the first 10 picks. You can get a good running back. That's what you want. Or, they place way too much on the quarterbacks. How Richardson went in the 4th pick or 5th pick is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, they're saying C.J. Stroud looks good in OTAs. Yeah, he's in shorts without a blitz throwing the ball. Oh, yeah, he looks good. Well, of course he's going to look good. He doesn't have to read a defense, and he's doing 7-on-7 drills. Jesus Christ, really? They're see again, who benefits by them making them say this guy's any good is, oh, look, the GM's smart. Look, he took C.J. Stroud. Yeah, yeah. Is that Indy? Lindy? No, it's Athens. Athlons. I will never buy Phil Steele. He's an idiot. Athens. And all I want is like when I go to a page like here, I can see here's the roster and I can see, okay, the quarterback Bohemian used to be at Baylor. He's back. Okay. They got a quarterback back. The rest of it, I don't really care. I used to look at how many returning guys there were, but I don't even bother with that. Look at my UTSA. UTSA, everybody's back, and including their quarterback. Now, I told you about Sincere McCormick from UTSA, the best running back in the pros right now that nobody knows about, but he is the best one. He's better than Barkley. He's better than Cook. And he's on Oakland, and they faked the injury, and he sat out the year. Now he's ready to play, and guess what they're doing? They're getting rid of the running back with Josh Jackson from Alabama. They're now trying to trade him because we don't need him. We got Sincere McCormick. You watch this guy. He is he's like Gale Sayers. He's extremely quick, and very hard to tackle him. He's very, somewhat like Barry Sanders, and the moves he makes, he's just unbelievable. Another guy on Marshall's like that is Ali. He's on Marshall this year. He's one of those shifty, you can't tackle running backs. That's the way Quentin Flowers was on USF when I kept counting him as a quarterback. He was so shifty. It'd be 3rd and 1, and he'd fake action. He'd run to the end, and the end would be there, and he would fake him out and get the first down every time. How that guy, I don't know why he didn't make it. He's much better than half the shit I'm seeing. Lamar doesn't put moves on you. I know Stroud doesn't, and I'm sure that Jalen Hurts doesn't put moves on you. They're just fast, but they're not, they're not quarterbacks, so that's where the problem is. But no, that's Athens. It was $12 at Barnes and I think Borders. No, Barnes and Noble. It's one of those two. They had a few of those, and then they had some fantasies. I don't even waste time with fantasies. What a stupid thing that is. But anyway, so that's what you need to understand is the illusion of football, the illusion of girls, poker, gambling, gold, money. The illusion is gold's bad and money's good is absolutely ridiculous. Who benefits from what they say? So when the press says something, who benefits? Who's benefiting from all these fires in Canada coming and burning down all the forest? Who benefits from that? I assume the people who either have wood already, so the lumber people, because supply of wood's down, or the aluminum, or somebody who, oh, look, there's no wood to buy, so you got to buy my product. That's who benefits from it. So there's always a benefit. There's always an illusion. Now you can dig through the illusion. So with Jenna, there's no illusion. I've met her. We've been together. We like each other. The illusion's gone. She's not like, I want his money and I'm only friendly for his money. That's not what's happening. Daria, I get a little bit strange with, where I don't hear from her for a few days. So it's the birthday. She sends me the picture, and then I don't hear from her for 2 days because she's working. But I got to understand, in Russia, you work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and you're getting up early and going on the subway, going to work. You can't use your phone at work, and then you get home and you go to sleep. So I can see where she's like, I know Howard loves me, and I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So I can see kind of what she's doing. However, when it is payday and she needs money, she says, well, I need $25 for Alana's cake for her birthday. Then she was available. But I don't think she, that's such, I just think she's really just working and tired and everything. But anyway, again, I got to meet Daria, but Jenna I've met, so I know there's no illusion. But that's what life is. It's a bunch of illusion. It's people telling you what you want to hear, trying to take your money. If it's a restaurant, if it's girls wanting your money, if it's a guy not wanting you to date his girl because he can't compete, if it's, Chinese, if it's gold and silver, and if it's US dollars, there's all this illusion out there. And that's really what you're trying to decipher. So you need very strong, what am I looking for? Okay, with the girl, if I don't give her money, does she still like me? And if she does, then she's not after my money. And she might be after the whole enchilada. General, yeah, I think so, Bobby. I bought steak and ribs for the holiday, so I'll cook a steak. I'll probably cook everything tonight so it doesn't get bad. And then tomorrow I'll have steak, and then I'll eat the rest of the steak Monday night with the ribs. But I got those short ribs. So it's like a chunk of rib, and then there's meat, a bone, meat, a bone, meat. And so I got 3 of those. They're fucking, it's $12.99 a pound. And it was like, they're like 3 pounds, but you're not getting 3 pounds of meat because the bones are included. So I wish they just cut them and I could get the meat, but they're very tasty. Instead of going to the rib restaurant, I get those. But that's like 4th of July, so it's a treat. I'm off work, obviously, on the weekend, although they are working today. But because I'm contractor, they didn't ask me to, and I'm too new. Monday I am working, which I'm kind of glad because I'm not working Tuesday, and I really didn't want to be off Monday and Tuesday and only get a 24-hour paycheck. So this way I get, basically I can work 9 hours Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a 7 or 8 hour Friday and get 34, 35 hours in and not really get killed by losing the 8 hours for the paycheck. I'm not sure, but again, buying gold. There's one thing I wanted to show you, Bobby. So I go to Toyota and I help the guy and he gives me a free oil change. So he gives me this. This guy is the main gold and silver distributor. This guy. He has the whole warehouse and he distributes jewels to tappers, the high-end jewelry store. He makes them and puts them together. And he gives the gold and silver to my guy, come from this guy. And it's very close to me. I want to maybe take a drive over there, maybe Monday, maybe they're closed, but maybe next Friday. And I can buy my gold and silver from him. I don't know if it'll be cheaper, but he's the one that distributes to my guy. Now, my guy had silver. He had plenty of silver yesterday, a lot of rounds. at 20. He's now only $3 over premium. I couldn't believe what I heard yesterday, Bobby. They lowered the premiums because nobody's buying, which goes right into the illusion. Well, gold and silver don't have a value. Look, they're going down. Most of the reason alligators said that they're going down is because it was a Chinese holiday. And so their markets were closed. So they're dumping, and China couldn't buy. Then he said it's like the third, it's like the end of the month, the end of the quarter. So everything went down, and then look for, that's why they're down, and look for them to start taking off soon. But between the inflation and the BRICS and the gold-backed currency, even if BRICS takes a while, the fact that the dollar's going away, as is the euro and the yen, they're going to go away first. Because they go away, it's going to lead to gold much quicker, because they're not going to run to the dollar. Remember, they're going to get out their 25 trillion out of our housing market and our stock market and our banks. They're all going to go back to Europe and Asia, and that's going to lead us with the only option of gold, because all the currencies are fucked. This is the euro, this is the pound, this is the yen. It all hit the Titanic. If it isn't backed by gold or silver, it's paper. It's worthless. But that's the illusion they put on everybody, that people have no clue. That's why they talk in strange language. They talk finance language. It's very few people, I understand, but most people don't. So they talk in that language, so nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. You ever listen to a Powell speech or, any of the central bankers? What the fuck are they saying? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's bullshit. And whatever it is, you got to realize the dollar's going to zero, and gold and silver are very, very undervalued assets. They are assets. They are real money assets, just like a Rolex. So if you understand what a Rolex is and what a Mantle card is, and, assets like that, then of course you'd be in gold and silver. But if you don't believe the illusion, if you kind of believe the illusion, then you look at the banks. The central banks are buying it. China's got 60,000 tons. Russia's got 20,000 tons. Well, wait a minute. If it's really not worth anything, why would they have all that? Because it's the illusion is it's not worth anything, but all the central banks realize it is worth something. And if they're buying it, then that opens up you to, well, fuck the illusion. This is what separates me from like Sheckman and these other idiots. Sheckman will say, well, if they're buying it, you should buy it, but he doesn't understand the illusion part of it. He can't explain it. Right? That's what they lack, is the explaining of what's going on. They can see, we all see that they're buying gold and silver. We're not idiots, but why is the price low? Well, he's not explaining COMEX. He's not explaining the illusion. They want to keep the price down so you won't want it. And that's really the whole thing. Anyway, that's the bottom line. It's funny. I get a warning. I get a blocked video in Russia because of The Rock, but if I show Alligator and Egon and Andrew, I don't get it blocked. It's hysterical. Copyright infringement on The Rock. So we can't smell what he's cooking, but we know he's cooking something. I bet he's cooking ribs this weekend, Bobby. That's what he should be cooking. So I will be on tomorrow, same time, 11:30, 12. And Monday I'll be working, so I probably won't be on. And then Tuesday's the 4th. I can do a show, maybe a smaller one, depending if people are there. I know people will be busy with their family, but it's a good time for me to do an hour, and then you just watch it later. That's why I want the little titles. So he's talking gold, football, girls, whatever. But anyway, that's a perfect analogy with the gold. With the girl is Kenzie. With the gold is the illusion. It's not worth anything. Poker, I'm selling you that I don't have a good hand and I got a full house. So I'm giving you the illusion I got a bad hand. Or I'm bluffing, so I'm giving you the illusion I got a strong hand. And that's the whole thing is an illusion. Girls who you don't know smiling at you are probably after your money. Maybe they like you, but that's what you got to see. Is it an illusion, or do you really like me? And that's really where you get to the next level. You think illusion, why is she smiling at me? And then you talk to her, and then you can find out she just likes you, or it's the illusion that she wants your money. And that's really what you're looking for. And that's so you think an illusion, but then you get to reality. So if you're playing poker with a guy and he normally makes a bet and he's bluffing, then he makes a bet. Now the illusion turns into reality. He makes the bet, he's bluffing. However, other guys make the bet and they have the hand. So you got to know what illusion you're playing in to do that. I fuck you up because you never know my illusion from reality, because I'll make the same bets bluffing as I will not bluffing, and I got the hand, but I'm playing you, but I'm not playing you. I'm bluffing, but I'm not really bluffing. You have no idea what I'm doing. So you can never tell my illusion from my reality. And that's when you're really strong poker players, what you do is you can't tell the illusion from the reality. But that's what life is. Everything, the family, your girlfriend, your wife, the illusion from the reality. You try to gain that. If they want money, and they stop giving you money to see if it's an illusion or not. So if I didn't give Daria money for food next pay, and then she stopped talking to me, I would know that it was an illusion. But if she's still, oh, I love you, it's okay, I get it, then she loves you. Then she's not after your money. I gave Jenna hell when she went home for the dogs, right, from Barcelona, but she still was there. And she says, "Are you not talking to me anymore?" And I go, "I'm so pissed at you with the fucking dogs. I'm on vacation to see you, and you go home, and then what am I supposed to do in Barcelona for 5 days, right? With a bad back, I can barely walk. So what am I doing there?" And so that's okay. We made up. So that means her illusion is real and not an illusion. So, and I think Daria is the same way. But that's what you're really trying to do. Carmen's always after money. So when I don't give her money, she gets mad at me, and I just laugh at her and going, "I don't give a fuck, Carmen. I got Daria and Elena. I got Daria and Jenna." And that's why you have the other girls. So if one of them presses you, you just go ahead, do what you want. You're the illusion. You're illusional that you're not real. You're not real. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's how you really get to it with the other girls. All I know is I hope Irina's fine with the bear. I can't believe there's a fucking bear and 3 cubs walking around the city. It's a small city in Romania. And it's like, Jesus. Will they go in the house? I mean, if they smell food cooking, are they going to break the window or break the door down? Bears are pretty fucking powerful, so I wouldn't be surprised. I said, just don't feed them. They're there for food. That's what the bears are there for. Anyway, I think that's it. I'll see what we talk about tomorrow. We can conclude with this. Maybe some football. It's 4th of July. Maybe we'll get into something of that. But anyway, the illusion is gold and silver have no value, which we know they do. And the illusion is the money has value, which we know it doesn't. Same with stocks. Careful of the houses. The interest rates are going to go up because of the inflation, because the illusion is the inflation is gone or slowing down, and it's not. So understand illusion, and how to beat it is by getting into the reality. So if it's a girl, or if it's poker, if it's football, you have to figure out the illusion, then get to reality. And that's what I do so well, is I get it to reality. All right, everybody, have a great day. www.teaserking.com. If you want to be like Kenzie, you can email me by getting my email there, and then you can email me and actually prove you're a real person. Anyway, so I will be on tomorrow around noon. I'll be on Tuesday, probably around noon or so, relaxing. Monday, I'll probably work a full day, which is like 8 to 5, a normal Monday. I got month end to do. And then Wednesday, Thursday will be normal days. And then Friday, I haven't decided. So I can do 9, 18, 27. I'll probably do 7 or 8 hours on Friday, but I'm off Tuesday and it's the weekend. So we'll see. I don't know that I'll work 4 hours. I probably won't work 4 hours Friday. Maybe it'll be 6, 9, 18, 27, 33, 34, something like that. I'm fine with 32 hours. I thought I was going to be off Monday and then I'd have a 24-hour week, which would have been tough. But now that I'm working Monday, I'm gaining that 9 hours. Then I'm back in the 30s, so that's fine. All right, everybody, have a great day. Buy your gold and silver. Understand the illusion is they want you to think they're worthless. And I got a whole bunch saying it's not they're not worthless. And if the professor has it, I'm not stupid. All right, everybody. So understand illusion, understand everything's said for a reason. You have to figure out why. So you get fun in trying to figure out this stuff. Don't take anything for face value unless it's coming from me because you've already trusted me. I've already proven myself doing all these videos. So I'm waiting for Kenzie to prove herself to me, which she won't do. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Off to the pool and some steak and General Chow and everything else. Okay. Take care. Have a nice day.